whatsoever.
All right, we're going live now.
Woo!
Anyone want to retweet my stream?
I'll retweet it once I see it.
I don't got Twitter.
Let me.
I
else
could
there?
share it to my in my servers and stuff. So
You're more than welcome to.
that'd be epic.
Go
Are
for
we
it.
live?
God. Yeah, we're live now.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh god, this is gonna be fun.
Yes, it's gonna be a fun stream, right?
Hello, everybody. Magic here.
Oh man.
Introduce yourselves.
Hello, I am the one that they will be calling Minnie.
I was stolen from the streets. I went out. Coach wants out.
Oops, don't make those jokes right now. Inappropriate time to make those type of jokes.
Oh my gosh, we got a totally edgy backstory, guys. We need to make a gotcha of this one.
God.
God.
Play enough of those games. Come on now.
Yeah, me too.
You mean we haven't done enough of those games?
Anyways, as you can tell from the title, we are diving into the deep end. Way into the deep end. We're here to talk about the importance of how to act online, how to deal with criticism, and how not to act online. Because our good buddy Alex, as most may know him as Yandere Dev, has been a very naughty cookie online
Agreed.
for the longest time. And I know if he sees this video or one of his many stands see this video, they're going to think, oh, we're harking on him. But no, he needs to listen to the criticism. The way he's acting is not helpful towards him or his project. Because if he's going to continue to act like this online, he's just better off just cutting it.
Yeah.
Not ending himself, but cutting the project, because you can't do something and not expect criticism. That's not how it works. I get criticized all the time.
I mean, I get criticism on my works, and believe it or not, even though they're not public, I still learn how to take criticism.
Criticism is there as a means to help you grow, not only as a person, but help your channel or what have you grow, hopefully into something better, even better than it was.
Exactly. You haven't chimed in, Casino?
Well, all the things that needed to be chimed in were chimed in already.
Okay, good.
Oh,
All right,
dang.
cool. So we're going to... Oh, 3 people. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's get started. Minnie's going to take the floor with the beginning. The beginning of the downfall arc.
Yep, and this being 2014, aka the actual start of Yandere Simulator.
Actually, this is a little beforehand.
Oh, so Eva Zephon.
Mhm.
We're going all the way back to Eva Zephon.
Back when he was known as Eva Zephon on Gaia Online.
He made a game called Lunar Scythe and showed it to one of his idols.
The developer of Skullgirls.
Mm-hmm. And he gave him some constructive feedback, albeit in a very different fashion.
And instead of taking the feedback, he yelled that he accused the developer of Skullgirls of what everyone's accusing him of now.
Yeah.
Supporting pedophilia.
And Alex, or Stans, if you're watching this,
we've done our research.
Let this be of note of we don't support hypocrisy here.
We don't support calling the kettle black.
Yeah. I mean, we should, I think a lot of people should know that by now. There's quite a lot of material out there exposing like a lot of old stuff that he used to make, and not just like games and whatnot, but also like
his actions,
weird fanfics and stuff.
his fanfics actually delve into Yandere Dev's creation, by the way.
Yeah.
For those of you that are in the stream that don't know,
He's made a lot of inappropriate fanfics. Oh God, I sound like I'm traumatized by saying this because I've actually read some
I
of them
have
doing
too.
the research.
Unfortunately, I have too. But when it comes,
What is wrong with this guy?
We're not here to judge. We're just
Okay.
here to just talk on the points.
Yeah.
Before he ever, but back to the point. Instead of taking the criticism from his idol, he lambasted and attacked his idol. Doesn't that sound familiar?
Oh God, yep.
What he's currently doing now in this day and age. Anyone who does anything that, for a lack of a better term, correctly,
Yikes.
he throws a temper tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why my buddy Thane's here is because he also took game development growing up. Where is he going wrong in the whole creation of his game to impress an idol?
In the creation of his games to what?
Impress his idol.
his idol.
Well, for one, that in and of itself is a bad move because that can already shows signs that it could potentially end up causing whatever you're trying to develop to go bad. It's a similar mindset to creators such as you and me, Maggie, deciding to go into it just for the money.
We'll touch on that topic later.
Mm-hmm.
That will become relevant very soon. But
Which is really disappointing if you ask me, because I mean, I know it's a little early for me to say it, but I can't help but say it right now while it's on my mind. I've watched people play this game and it looks good. It looks fun, and it's polluting it's, in my opinion, polluting how the game is portrayed, and nobody's wanting to really
his
do
original
anything on it.
creation, right?
Yeah. Yeah, his original.
Side-scrolling beat 'em up is what it was.
It was essentially, in its essence, a Hitman game for high school setting.
Oh no, we're not talking about Yandere Dev. Like the Yandere.
Well, I honestly, I haven't seen anything on his original.
It was a side-scrolling
Back
beat 'em
when
up.
he was on Gaia. Okay.
Lunar Scythe was the side scroll beat 'em up, though.
Yes,
I
and
honestly didn't really interact with many people when I was on Gaia way back. So.
Oh God! Oh, the Gaia chats. Oh no!
Yeah, I mean, I was
So
part
somebody's
of
watched the
forum board
2-hour
before it was even
video.
one of those- before they even introduced the IM beta.
Somebody
you
must
could
have
make your
watched that
avatar.
2-hour video of essentially exposing Yandere Dev.
yes, because on Gaia, before he was even popular, before Lunar Scythe, when Yandere Dev went by Eva Zeppa, on Gaia, he was known as in his own words, I am not putting words in his mouth, I gotta preference that.
Mm-hmm.
He was a professional troll.
What?
Those are his own words.
Professional troll.
Yes, complaining that he couldn't find a girlfriend, that no one would love him,
I mean,
polluting the boards of Gaia. The message boards back before there was even a chat function in the game. And those of us that were on Gaia back in the day, not Ronnie, would understand how that could be a little fun to fuck around with online. Like, not gonna throw any shade because I've done it. Who hasn't done a little bit of fun trolling, right?
I mean, I've done it on other platforms.
Exactly, harmless trolling, but his went from harmless to the moment someone said something negative about what he had to say, from 0 to 10 in 6 seconds flat.
Oh.
He has always had a very short temper and not been good at taking criticism. And in his own Gaia forums, if I had screenshots, I should have been doing that, screenshotting things.
Yeah.
That was my bad. It shows that he's not been he's been very unhinged from the very get-go, because what was I trying to think of? I had the point in my head. Shit.
Now, when you say unhinged, in what phrasing do you mean? Because that could imply.
Hey, could you stop? Could you please stop? This is a public message. Where you shut the hell up? You don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to die alone.
Oh my god.
It gets worse. Ronnie knows what I'm talking about, right, Ronnie?
Yeah, I've seen a few of those messages.
Some
Okay.
of them get worse than that. So
Ronnie, go ahead and chime in. What I think of what I was thinking about.
Basically, all his threats were, I'm going to be alone, die alone, and if you don't compute with that, you're the reason I'm going to die.
Yes, he was threatening. It was basically threatening others that he was going to off himself. Again, will become relevant very soon.
Mm-hmm.
there's other parts to that.
Also, he said the reason why he couldn't communicate is because he was an incel
Yeah.
and was ashamed of his looks.
Yeah, this is true.
And
Well-
while that can be understandable, it's
Through all his ranting and raving, that's the one thing that he kept constantly bringing up.
not gonna lie. It almost seems like it almost feels like a pity party, but I don't really know if that's the case or not. I can't say. It's
Here's
just
the thing,
speculation,
it
you know.
is.
You hit the nail on the head. If Ronnie didn't leave for a second, he would agree. It feels like when he doesn't get the attention he wants, he throws a pity party.
That is exactly what is going on here.
That's a shame.
It's not the fact that you're an incel. You can be an incel. There's no dissing incels. But it's how you go about. Your actions speak louder than what your title is. And you don't necessarily need a title.
You really don't.
Mm-mm.
But when you hide all your actions behind the title, what's the point?
Tragedy that these people don't understand.
A tragedy is it's a deflection tool is what he's using. His standing, how he sees him as. Like,
It's also keeping them from growing, hiding behind the title.
Oh, that will become very relevant too as well.
As a
Yikes.
person, I mean.
Oh, yikes.
But trust me, that will become relevant. Okay, so Minnie, take it away now. We've covered the main points of the Gaia arc without delving too deep into what he was doing, into what was going on, because I would need screenshots
Yeah.
of the rest of the
you
allegations.
really would.
You know what I'm
I
talking
did put
about.
a link in the
The video.
our chat.
We can go over that in a minute.
Or of the 2-hour stream I mentioned earlier that delves into all of this in grandiose detail. And essentially, the next point I would personally like to bring up is probably going to be another part of the just everything that just goes within Yandere Simulator. If that makes sense, because the stories that he writes.
Yes. Okay. You want to talk about what happened right before the year before Yandere Dev made his game, and he stole it off
2013. He has. If you could even check this on fanfiction.net because it's there.
Still there.
7 stories.
What is it?
Yandere Dev's fiction.
Fan fiction.
Did I say fan fiction?
Can you post a link to our private chat, and I'll post it in the description below
Oh yes,
Um,
definitely.
for evidence, because I would like to put all our notes out.
Here you go.
I was actually going to ask Minnie, is it or Maggie even? Is it alright if I post that? If I put the link to the 2-hour stream in the live chat?
Go for it.
Okay,
Yeah,
Minnie.
this stuff is just yikes.
Yeah, Minnie, is that alright with you?
Yeah, go on.
And this is just in case we miss any.
The 2-hour stream is going to be the one that's going to be that tackles every single point the best that it possibly could. Somebody had to re-upload that because guess who struck it down during the time?
Quite recently, actually. He struck it down when I was watching it.
You're kidding.
No, I was halfway through it.
Again?
Yep.
Wow. Wow, my dudes. Wow. But this guy, I'm looking at his fanfiction.net thing right now. Hopefully will it let me screen share?
And
Screen share.
if you want, I can send me the screen caps and I'll see if I can pop them up on the Discord.
All right, so
not on the Discord, on the live feed.
All right, so hopefully this will screen share.
Okay. There we go.
Oh, I'm on the actual.
I forgot how bright that site can be.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's is there a dark mode?
There is not.
Ah!
Yeah.
Me and Ronnie went looking for a Pepsi Man fan fiction.
So here's there's a Legend of Zelda one. Some of the other ones are Resident Evil, Soul Calibur, Metroid, and Fallout. Way back in 2005, 2012, wrote these fanfics and posted. Yikes!
Okay, so they're older than I thought they were.
Yeah, same. Okay, so oh god, some of the stories I wrote were skipping that word in nature, and others were dark. Almost all of my stories revolved around characters who were in grave danger or suffering psychologically. Some of my stories involved assault of that kind. I'm not going to say that kind because that's just how I am. Have I written dark stories? Yes. Have I written stories with mature themes meant to be read by adults only? Yes. Were people ard or forced into slavery in my stories? Sometimes. Have I written stories about psychological trauma that they go through? Yes. Are any of the scenes meant to be? What? I think knowing how Yandere Dev is, I think this part's a lie. But that's me. I would click on one of these, but I do not want this to get in any sort of
I don't want to be age restricted.
Yeah, let's not have any age restrictions. That would be great.
Yeah, because I would screw over my whole channel.
Yeah.
And I have a crash review coming out later today or tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, as Minnie showed, those stories are still up and readable today, and they all deal with the mature subjects of being raped, kidnapped, and forced into slavery or prostitution.
Well, here's the problem. Considering the subject matter of those posts, kind of have to make it not for kids.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of have to make it not for kids.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, it should have been obvious from the get-go.
But now, as she was saying, those stories lead into Yandere Dev, because one of his fanfictions is the beginning of Yandere Dev, of Yandere Simulator.
Oh.
We will not.
Unfortunately, it was.
We will not say which one.
Nope.
But there's a hidden story to the game that most people don't know, that the main character of the game's mother did what she did.
Oh.
Kidnapped the boy.
Mm-hmm.
Raped the boy. Murdered the boy. And that's for the game begins.
Oh.
A game, yes, basically.
Ground zero.
That's the ground zero. All those fan fictions all led up to his work after he stole the idea from r/video games. Because they were talking about the logistics of a Yandere sim for fun, because you know how V is. And thus began the love child, which was his disturbing fan fictions brought into reality.
Yandere Simulator. I say that in the worst tone possible because, you know,
A game,
it is a bad tone.
A game built upon bad coding, stolen assets, and the ability to not take criticism.
Like, so the assets themselves were stolen?
Mm-hmm.
They're illegal for him to use.
How so, if you don't mind my asking?
He bought the rights to use the assets in game.
Mm-hmm.
But it says on the board when you buy the assets that these are not to be used for profit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And to skirt legal problems because the website he bought the stuff from know of Yandere Dev. They know what he's doing.
Which engine is he using for this again?
Unity.
That's what I thought.
Unity.
I wasn't sure though.
Unity.
Yeah, that was one of the programs I actually had to acquire when I went to Full Self. So, and it says full well on the site, as you stated. The assets in here are not for profit. They are just to get you used to using the program.
But instead, he flipped it and
He's actually making money off of them.
Yes, he is through his Patreon. But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
Sorry about that.
No,
Yep.
it's fine. But that needed to be explained because you didn't know that. And Ronnie's over there playing with a butterfly knife.
You got a problem with it, boy?
I can tell what you were doing.
Oh no, I don't have my butterfly knife out yet. That was later.
Okay. So I would like you to lead us into the segment of the beginning of the game.
Who?
Okay.
You, Ronnie.
Oh me. Oh me. Oh
Yeah.
me. Oh my.
Yes, you get a special privilege.
Oh. Okay. So the beginning of the game was something interesting. It was a post on, was it Reddit or 4chan?
Reddit.
Reddit. Okay, it was a post on Reddit. Hey, I thought of this game, Yandere Simulator, and he listed the details, and he wanted some constructive criticism and what he can do to add on. Not giving any credit to Reddit or anything.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Because when it comes to that, it sounds like he thought of it all by himself.
Yep. Basically, he borrowed the information, quote unquote, and made a game out of it, which at first, it looked good. It didn't look bad.
No one had a problem with it.
Yeah, it had ridiculous potential. Even Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, I think Pewds
did play it.
Pewds, the three big heads of YouTube at that time, played it.
The three gods.
Yes, the unreachable goal that no one could think they could reach. They played it, which sparked this huge thing for him, which started his Patreon.
Can I intervene?
Yes.
Hold on. Welcome, Vegan.
Hey, Vegan.
Okay, so what happened was before he said he made the game, he said if it gets big, I'll delete the game.
Oh yeah.
If a big YouTuber gets a hold of this game, I will delete
the game
and all my personal information. I will never talk to game outlets. I will never make a profit off this game. And I will always take constructive feedback.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why both Reddit and 4chan turned a blind eye to his eyes. They're like, okay, he's making money. Yeah, who cares if he lied? It's okay.
Okay. Looks like one of my friends showed up. Hello there, Delta. How are you doing?
And no one cared that he turned a blind eye. Hey, Mal. No one cared that he turned a blind eye to.
I'm right here.
Oh,
right.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Well, that made a lighthearted moment for the stream. I might clip that.
Yes.
Anyways, go ahead, Ronnie. You still have the floor.
Once those three heads of YouTube talked and played the game 20 to 30 episodes, people were like, where can I play this game? And so they started playing it, which you would figure, since a creator is suddenly getting so much love for his game by the three big heads of YouTube, maybe he should kick a little pace in there. And sure, open up a Patreon. It's understandable that you may need some money so you're able to work on this full time. People do that. What people don't do is make so many minor changes that it doesn't matter. Cool. There's a shop.
Even in the long run,
Yeah, it didn't.
over the entirety of the small changes, they didn't make much of a difference.
Game's still the same.
Yeah. Those tiny changes where, oh, that twin tail haired girl can now move sideways.
Oh, you now have a new panty option.
Yep.
Oh, great.
Oh, your blood is now more. Your knife is now more bloody.
As well as,
Yay!
if memory serves, multiple ripoffs of other anime video game tropes.
Because
But they're
everyone
pro.
loves that.
Their hair and their full personalities.
Hair, personalities, the auras, or what have you.
The
I would've been
auras.
fine with
Oh
it.
my god, did he really go that far?
Yes, he did.
Yes. I would have been fine with it if you
Ew.
used it as a comedy stick to make a joke.
And
'Cause
that's
people
what
do
it
that.
seemed like at first.
At first. But then lazily writing, no story so far. The only story is you have to fight your rivals and only one's in still.
I was about to say, can I chime in on the rivals thing?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
please
go ahead.
do.
The game-
This is going to be interesting to hear your
game-
perspective on.
The game has been out since 2014.
Yep.
It's a demo still, in his eyes.
Yep.
Not a full-fledged game.
Which is ironic, to say the very least.
When he says that building this game is a complex matter, it has so many features that no other game has. That this game is comparable to Hitman meets Persona. Yes, this is a direct quote.
Yep, this is, and I can't help but start laughing at how ridiculous it was.
But
Oh yeah, the proof you
He
can check
compared
the
himself
forums.
to
Oh, no, we're
the
gonna-
Persona
we're
game.
going to go to those forums and read everything
Oh.
he's debunked.
Oh no!
Oh yes, I actually know where the debunk page is.
Can you send it to me, please?
Oh yes.
You might
That's
want to
because
skip
you
over a
got-
few of those. by the
Honestly,
way.
if you guys wish to actually read the debunk page in need of a laugh, I think you guys may have a wonderful time with it.
We're not gonna
Things we
touch.
have to there's a few
Yeah.
things we're gonna have to
Because-
skip.
Good lord,
Hold on, no
Yes.
talking over each other. Ronnie?
it's just a mess.
Ronnie, go ahead.
There's a few things we're gonna have to skip because that's not YouTuber friendly.
Yeah, true.
So that's all I wanted to say.
Nice
Okay.
one, Delta.
Yeah, Delta, you made a good point. Good point.
Yeah, that's actually
When's he gonna start comparing himself to Danganronpa?
it's gonna happen. He's already stole some of the characters. Because you remember when we were playing MJ, you and me were playing Danganronpa together? Because I'd never played it. And I was like, I've seen these hairstyles before.
Yeah.
Why have I seen these hairstyles before?
Hmm.
I've
Well, I
never
mean-
touched this game.
By the time Danganronpa came out, those hairstyles were kind of a bit of a trope. It's typical to see
Oh, hi,
those
MJ.
kinds of things in anime and video games.
Talk
now.
of the demon and she will appear.
Oh. MJ.
That was a joke. That was
Hello.
a joke. I've been playing Street Fighter 4. Anyways, as continuing. Love you too. Anyways, continuing. Ronnie, would you like to continue talking about about the game?
You can go.
Okay. Besides the fact that the game hasn't changed a lick since 2014. Here's where it gets fun. The game is built on if-else coding.
Oh yes, I know this point.
Spaghetti coding.
If you read how bad the code is, I'm pretty sure somebody's eyes will bleed.
It's not that.
How bad?
It's if
Very bad.
else coding, not
Else
switches.
if.
It's all else if.
Yes, and that's
Yes.
why I
That's-
wanted you here.
That's all.
Yes.
Yes. Please explain to us why this is not a good way to build a game. And MJ, if you would like into this, you're more than welcome. I'll send you a link.
There's more
Yes,
to
I would
coding
love to hear her
else
insight
if.
on
What
this
the
as well.
ever living hell?
I figured it out.
Yeah.
So if memory serves, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit rusty on what various coding use. But else if basically makes it to where, say, it's basically think reaction. This happens, then this happens. If not, then this happens.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you forgot the most important thing. Else ifs creates checks, which uses a lot of computing power, which is why you can't run the game.
Yeah,
The
it's
game actually goes on like single digit FPS.
Yeah, a lot. Like, as small as that game is, the amount of else ifs in the programming that y'all have brought up, that would make it next to impossible to run, even on high-end systems.
I'll use my rig for example. I have an iCore 7,
Ooh.
5-core Dell laptop. I can emulate PS2 flawlessly, Dreamcast flawlessly, PlayStation 1. You get the gist.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to have coding for this game. I was going to have footage for this while we talked. I couldn't even run the damn thing.
Yeah, it's just that bad.
No, it crashed my system. Twice.
Oh, God.
Isn't the reason else if is not good because it checks through all else ifs instead of just going to a different
Yep.
else if?
So you have all the code going at one time.
Trying to remember.
I'm surprised that nobody's computer just didn't go boom boom bye bye yet.
I'm honestly, I'm trying to remember alternatives, and I'm drawing a blank right now.
Switches, yeah, switches is one of them.
Switches would be the way to fix this game.
Yeah, like on off type things.
Yes, exactly. But for every character that you see in the game, every student, else if.
Major else if.
Else if.
Else if about 38 lines.
Yes. Like, his coding is out there. Like, I could show the coding. Minnie, do you think you could find the coding for us?
Oh God, I'm gonna. Okay, if you guys make me throw up from this code, I'm gonna blame Maggie for this.
I could ask Ronnie. Ronnie?
I'm doing it right now.
Alright, let's see.
Because it was leaked
Yandere
recently.
Simulator code.
Like, Ronnie,
Oh God.
Aiden, like, this coding I need you to look at.
Yeah.
Coding. I know.
Oh, the right opinion did? Okay.
Yeah, the right opinion did
I'll have to watch that video
cover that.
for sure then.
Oh yes, please do.
Even though it'll probably make me sick.
I have to make sure this isn't a meme one.
I'm not too good at coding, don't get me wrong. It's just
This is
essentially this made its way to Reddit's program humor.
Okay, I think this one would do. Copy image.
that's rather telling.
Yes.
I'm gonna send it to you on Discord, Maggie. Because I found an image that would. Hold on. Actually, never mind. That's not a good image. Sorry. No.
Alright, so
Oh, man. I just pulled up the debunk.
yeah, the debunk is quite a sight to see.
Are you fine if there's like a stock image of a meme on it?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. Paste. Upload. Okay.
I've seen it. It's there. It is literally on Programmer Humor.
Yeah, because this is it just shows the else if, but that's probably the best example of.
Oh, don't worry,
coding.
Delta. I found that picture earlier. The link earlier. It's a riot. It is just. Ugh. I'm surprised it didn't make its way into r/programmer humor earlier.
Yeah, because he did do a stream of him coding.
Yes, just a solid stream of him coding.
Yeah.
That's rather gutsy considering the fact that it's very feasible for people to be like, oh, so this is how he's doing it. I'm going to take the exact code.
That's what
There
people
you go.
did.
Use it myself.
Yeah. Oh, yikes. Yep.
Yep.
That's the exact one.
Let's see.
As a coder yourself, you can tell me what's wrong with this.
So many,
I think
so
the
many
answer is
ifs already. Like,
I think the answer is kind of obvious here.
This would fry your computer.
that'll update label, teacher insanity reaction.
I am surprised that nobody's computer
Explode.
has exploded from the code
Cause
itself.
insanity, if not witnessed and driven insane, but witnessed that reaction 1, whatever that is, game over because weapon.
All right. Delta says I could be buried alive with the amount of else if. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and then
What's I have to ask? What is the point of having? Just on what little I looked at, because, Jesus, what is the point of having so many game over procs when, one, if the teacher sees it and goes insane, it's game over. If they see the weapon, it's insane, and yet the next one is a combination of sees the weapon and goes insane.
all right, MJ, would you like to come on?
When seeing the weapon is the reason for the teacher going insane as well.
All right, MJ would like us to explain. Nope. Okay, would like us to explain why the coding is a bad thing.
There's too many checks. A lot of the checks are actually kind of what's the word?
Pointless.
Not just
needless,
pointless, but they are repetitive.
Oh God, yes.
A lot of the check. Okay, so for when coding a game, you want to make sure that your game uses the right amount of computing power and does not use too much computing power. With the type of coding that he is using, which is spaghetti code, it means it has to check every last thing. It has to check every bit of the code in the game to run for every second, which, depending on your rig, can crash your computer. You can't even have a Google tab open when you run this game.
Oh no, you can't.
You can't really record footage unless you have what's it called? Standard latest computer.
Mm-mm.
And even then, you're going to barely be pushing 20 frames with all the amount of checks it has to do. It doesn't matter your rig because this game, with the amount of checks it has to do, it eats up enough computing power. It also damages your hardware.
Oh,
That's what's wrong with this coding.
Mm-hmm.
This is a play at your own risk type of thing.
Some of these else ifs, they kind of cycle into others, which causes more computing to happen.
Which causes can cause a paradox, and in which my case, when the paradox happened, my rig crashed. Not just the game, your rig.
Also, his comments, which probably is the reason why he has so many repetitive things. He doesn't put comments like what this code does, which is fine to do. It's actually recommended.
Okay, what do I mean by a paradox? With the type of coding it is, a paradox in coding is when it checks the same thing a number of times, trying to figure out. It's like doing the same action over and over, expecting a different result, and when you don't get the different result, game crash.
Yep.
Yeah, it will consistently, continue to loop back on itself.
It's like doing this over and over again.
It'll continue to loop back on itself. It'll continue to loop back.
Huh, Aiden died.
I knew you ran on 99.
I don't know if that was
Oh, dang. Oh, no.
bit, but that happened.
Oh, no. Oh, there's another person. Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the stream. Should we wait for Aiden before we continue?
Yeah, he needs to restart his brain.
His brain committed an explosion. Oh, no.
Pretty much that's what will happen with this type of coding.
This guy is so bad the game gonna come out in the year 3000. I'm not sorry with that joke. How dare you, Delta?
Sorry,
Okay.
Tried to make a joke out of that.
I didn't know if it was your bit, but good May. I gotta laugh at it, everyone. But yeah, that's basically what the coding will do to your computer. Eventually, it'll eat up all your RAM, all your available RAM, all your processing power, and do that.
Yes. your RAM rights. Give them to me.
MJ said, way to steal my bit.
Eh,
Imitation's the best form of flattery.
Yes, it is.
All right, now that we've touched on the coding, are you guys ready to... Is there anything else at this point we need to talk about?
Oh God! Before we get into there's a video that I want
real
to
quick,
touch
can
on
you
to
send
later on.
me can you send me that coding? I think I want to take a further look at it.
Aye, my Capitan.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
There is a video he talks about on his critics, which I think we should touch on.
Okay.
There's a certain video. It's called Hate and Shame.
Would you like me to screen share and we can go over the points in that video?
Oh God, yes, let's do.
Be a link to the video.
I think you guys might like this if you like if you want to know how not to make a video on how to respond to your critics.
This is how not to take criticism 101.
Yeah. Here you go. Just from the thumbnail by itself, Maggie, what do you think of that?
I already know, but this isn't for me.
Yeah. Delta says he wants to join, is there a way to talk?
The more the merrier. Are you guys okay with Delta coming on?
I'm fine with it.
It's your stream.
Can you send him the link?
Oh yeah, definitely.
But we're not trying to insult him, just his art.
Yes. Let's keep that in mind.
Something patched together. Except Ronnie. Ronnie kind of went all out.
What?
The chalice.
The chalice.
The legendary chalice.
Yes.
Consume.
There's many memes with that. Oh my lord. Oh,
hello.
hey, hello Delta. You're
Hello,
here.
Delta. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
But Maggie, no, what you said about we're not here to insult him, just his art.
Yes.
Correct.
I know. May have.
A lot of people tend to take that personally, like you are insulting them themselves instead of the art.
Yeah, that's why we have to say we can't really insult Yandere Dev as a person. We can essentially criticize what he makes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I worded that wrong.
Yeah.
yes, you really did
It's
there.
a critique, not an insult.
Yes.
They're trying to critique it.
Thank you. Sorry. about
Albeit some of it may be harsh.
Okay. So.
Anyways, I sent you the hate and shame video, so
Okay.
whenever you're ready,
I can't see the thumbnail for this video, but how Yandere Dev sees his critiquers.
oh, there's a certain name he uses for them.
Soulless demons.
Oh no, it's not demons.
No, that's
Gremlins.
yes. He calls anyone who critiques him a gremlin.
So
Enough stalling.
So Delta, I'm not a cat, and you're not a panda. We're gremlins now.
All right,
dang.
enough stalling.
Let's do this.
I'm gonna pop this into its own. Okay. Give me a second. Application window. Share. There we go.
Yep.
If you want, I'll put it in window mode. Theater mode.
There
Ready?
we go. We're in a theater, guys. We can't hear it.
Yeah.
Stop sharing.
I think your volume's down.
Yeah,
sure.
just a bit.
May not have clicked the share audio box.
Yikes.
That's probably it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to share audio.
Yeah, might not be the best idea to show the video on the stream.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh
honestly
yeah.
agreeing with MJ on that.
Well, I can play in the background and we can listen to it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's even funnier when you listen to it.
Well, for now, can you just pop? I'll just pop the link into the chat, just in
Okay.
case.
Oh yes, please do. So so everybody else can see how wonderful this is.
Oh yeah, we're not sending hate to this guy. Don't send hate.
Yeah.
We should probably get that out of the way.
Yeah, that's I think like the one thing I feel like people don't recognize. Like, don't send hate to him.
That's
Criticism.
that's
the
very
best
true, MJ.
Yeah.
But what I
You do
can
see people
show,
for less. Oh yep. I know.
we're
Oh.
not. We'll get there soon.
I am hyped on that part.
All right. So since we can't do the video, what we can do is the debunking forum, like we talked about a few minutes ago.
Oh yes, and warning on that if your eyes are kind of sensitive, the pink will hurt your eyes.
And
A lot.
another warning is that it touches certain subjects that could be not the best for people. So
Fear
there's a warning.
discussion of eyes.
All right.
And no, Delta, I wasn't saying that pink warning for nothing.
Uh,
I know that
There.
website.
Your
Yeah,
eyes have
There we
been
go.
bleached.
Had to make-
I
Just had to
was
make sure.
expecting it to be brighter. Not gonna lie.
All right. So we'll go
Oh,
ahead and
no.
start. We'll start on the first one. Can
Yep.
Yandere Dev take criticism?
No.
In short, I have a long history of responding well to criticism. When I posted a beat 'em up featuring people criticize the idea, I listened to their feedback and understood the concepts, the concerns, and reacted on my proposal. All right, someone else want to read?
So he retracted his proposal
Yeah,
when it
I'll
was.
get
cris-
the
criticized.
page up on my end as well.
Can we go
Uh,
into detail on that? Like, how was it critiqued?
The
That's right.
critique is essentially like they didn't want certain parts of the said beat 'em up within it. I guess.
There were certain elements of the beat 'em up. They're like that might not be a good idea
Yeah.
or what have you.
Yes.
Because
Why not-
he
why
described
not-
it like he want. Wait, you go. Take off. first.
Sorry. Why not just take the critique, take out those parts, and try and build around what else you have? If
And-
not,
It's called an all or nothing mentality.
He scrapped the entire project because, like I said earlier, he showed it to his idol, the creator of Skullgirls,
Oh God.
before lambasting the creator, saying that, what do you know? And then accusing him of being, I'm going to say this the friendly way, a child friender.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. It says here. When I
Okay,
proposed a new inventory system, people criticized the idea. I listened to their
Hold on.
feedback. I understood their concerns, and I offered multiple different solutions.
The thing was though that his original idea was really inappropriate.
yes.
Just-
It was also another concept built upon his lewd fan fictions.
Yes, it is
his or V's?
His.
his.
Go
Okay.
on.
It says, when I proposed a new inventory system, people criticized the idea. I listened to their feedback, I understood their concerns, and I offered multiple different solutions. You're gonna see how repetitive this will go.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that.
So,
Well, given the coding that we went over briefly, I'm not too surprised. Then again, in terms of this, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard not to be repetitive in how you answer.
yeah. Essentially, you could just have a certain repetitious song in your head the entire time while you're reading through some of this. When Yandere-chan didn't have a backstory, people criticized that. I listened to their feedback, I understood their concerns, and I gave her a more elaborate backstory.
What's the concerns with that though? That's my question.
The concerns with it was that they wanted a character that had an actual personality.
Didn't want it to be just a cardboard yandere.
Yeah, they didn't want it to be like something you can insert yourself into, which
you'll learn by going on. He does that a lot.
mhm.
Mhm.
When I described my plans for Kizana, people criticized my plans. I listened to their feedback, I understood their concerns, and I announced plans to make a Kizana a better character.
Is Kizana Yandere-chan?
That's
No.
No,
that's
Kizana, the
One
drama
of the rivals.
Okay.
The thing was that
Uh,
everyone was mad because they thought that he was replacing a character when he never said he was.
No, that's not it.
Oh, what was that?
She was one of the rivals, I believe, and one of them was this was senpai's little sister.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
The one that wants all the love from Oni-chan.
Yeah.
Hell.
When you get into it, the implications behind his sister.
Oh, that's not the only rival I had a problem with.
I have a problem with one of them.
Are you okay? And you sound like you look like you didn't know what you were walking into.
I kind of knew, but at the same time, I didn't know the length, the depth.
Yeah,
of it.
this guy has an extensive history, so sit back, get something to fidget with, maybe get some food or get a blanket to hug yourself and try to not beg for mercy. So here you go.
You have been warned.
When I suggested the idea of allowing players to choose the game's presentation, people criticized that idea. I listened to their concerns. I listened to their feedback. I understood their concerns, and I retracted the suggestion.
Hold on, scroll back up just a tiny bit. I need to see the top of that sentence as far as the last one that was read. The idea of allowing the player to choose the game's presentation?
Yep.
In what way?
I have no idea.
Was basically wanting people to build his game
Yeah.
because he gave up. He basically went, I give up.
He basically said he suggested like I'm just gonna take a guess with this one because I never heard of this one but once, which was that he wanted to make a mode where you decide every character, how the schools lay out.
Yep. Essentially,
Okay, if that was a
build
separate
your
mode, I
own freaking game.
Yeah, at the same time, yeah, I can understand the qualms behind
yeah.
that. But it being a separate mode, that would have been potentially interesting.
Here's another thing, right? With this, he also has a problem with people modding his game. So,
It
Or
kind of goes
finding-
against what he was.
Or finding exploits.
all right.
'Cause
When
some
I
people-
attached a wooden deck to the hill behind the cherry tree, people criticized it. I listened to their feedback. I understood their concerns, and I replaced the deck with a natural cliff. This was a later update, so not surprised if people are
I
concerned.
remember that.
confused about
What was
that
the
one.
feedback concerning the wooden deck?
People
I
like
think it was
like
something
it.
along the lines that it looked unnatural.
Yep.
All right, Ronnie, what were you saying?
people like no deck, so I put Cliff. Haha, funny.
Basically, yeah.
One
was
thought,
upset.
Cliff.
Instead of listening to the feedback and doing something that the fans wanted, he just took his frustrations out, basically.
Mm-hmm. If I couldn't take criticism, then I would have fought people about the beat 'em up idea, the inventory system, the backstory, Kizana, lovesick mode, the wooden deck, etc. But I didn't reject that feedback. I listened to the criticism and I used it to improve the game. I've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
But the game hasn't been improved.
No, it hasn't.
And also, he keeps talking about how I'm gonna make custom models. Where are the custom models then?
Yes,
They're in La La Land.
he's been saying he's going to make custom models for the better half of the last 3 years. And his idea of a custom model is taking those stolen Unity assets and modifying them a little bit so it skirts
Yeah.
law.
Mm-hmm. Skirts, the outfit, the panties,
No,
Of
not
course.
the hair.
like
That's
this is,
what he considers to be the customization by the looks of it.
yes, and what
But
I mean
of
by
course,
skirts.
didn't you know that's how customization works? Come on now.
But when I meant skirts, I meant literally like her eyes are now red. It's not the same. I'm
Yep.
legally not in trouble now. That's what I meant by skirts. Taking the minimalistic approach
Oh,
to
skirting
changing.
it. Gotcha.
I didn't steal it. I changed the eye color.
I didn't steal this icon. I just changed the hair.
I didn't steal this
We-
verbatim. I just changed the hair color to something worse.
Guys, we covered that already.
Alright, the history of Yonsim is the history of me hearing criticism, accepting it, and using it to make the game better. No.
Okay, so now this leads into something I wanted to talk about. He was once teamed up with, what was that company called?
Tiny build.
Tinyville. The same company who made No Time to Explain, an indie company that found its success on Steam. And when they saw interest in the project, instead of him being happy that he'd be able to do what he wants and add these features to the game, the moment they touched his precious code, because it was incompatible with fixing the game and adding the things he wanted, get the rest.
Install the mod.
Tragedy.
And install the mod so you can get back to the base coding.
Uninstall everything and build it back up from the ground up.
There's that too. And honestly, looking back at what I said about the customization, that was bad of me because that technically is customization. It's just not, most likely not the customization that people were asking for.
Nope.
Oh yeah, since he partnered with Tiny Company, they finally switched from JavaScript to C#.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
He's
A
still
lot
on
of-
C#, but
A lot of things that Tinyville tried to do to fix the game, he fought tooth and nail. To the point where he fired his own team that he had working under him in a fit of rage because he couldn't take that they were touching his precious.
Oh no, it's my precious code. The notion that I can't take criticism just doesn't make sense. But it does. Occasionally, people say things about me that are untrue. People have called me a pedo, but I'm not actually a pedo.
Okay, then explain to me why your I wanted him to explain to me, and not without lying, why he has body pillows of his characters that are technically 18 but in a high school.
Oh, they cut ties.
Yep.
Thank you.
Could you repeat that?
People have called me a scam artist, but I'm not actually a scam artist.
Hold on, Minnie. Delta, what did you say?
I said that he says that he has body pillows of his high school age characters who are all 18 apparently now. That way he can make these pillows and add all these other things. No joke. Go to his website. Literally, I mean, not go.
Yeah.
Go to his YouTube. Like the first thing you see is a body pillow in the shop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's not lying there.
Also, up until now, they have not been of age.
Yep.
There's actually been a disclaimer on the game for a few years saying everyone is of age until asked.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. People have called me a scam artist, but I'm not actually a scam artist. I smell a liar.
That one, Ronnie, you got this one.
Scam. Let's talk about his Patreon. Promising things for his fans, never giving anything for the fans, and when people make videos about it, instead of growth, for some reason, people checking out, why is he doing this? Why is he not giving explanations? It's more of, oh, we've been putting money into things we shouldn't have, so his growth in money has gone down.
And do you want to know what the things he's been buying are?
I know.
Oh,
already.
I know this one.
He's
I
been
don't.
buying sex dolls, gaming computers, spending money, embezzling. Not embezzling. Would it be embezzling?
Oh, there's even more than just that.
Taking money from the project that he's supposed to be using to better the game and just spending the money fruitlessly on, I want this, I want that.
Let me guess, there's hardly any communication as well
Bingo.
as to what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. He's also bought two, not one but two Switches, just because the second Switch is just because he didn't like his Animal Crossing thing.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
He spends more time making his town in Animal Crossing than he does in building.
Or
The actual
streaming, as
game.
Ronnie and me have learned.
He's streamed. I'm not joking. He has streamed literally every day in the week.
Yep.
He has.
Yep. There's actually evidence of like somebody in several different videos had showed like an actual during the 2018 thing. They showed actual calendar of how many hours of each day he streams.
That'll become relevant later.
Yeah. And you could look this all up yourself if you guys don't believe me.
Nope. Me and Ronnie have been doing nothing but this.
Oh, Jesus. People said I have said I'm rude to my fans, but I'm not actually rude to my fans. There are current videos discussing this and debunking this with evidences from Discord.
Yes.
I'm surprised Discord didn't take down his server. Like, you know what?
When it comes to, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was.
When it comes to the fans asking when will certain features be implemented, you're a troll and he bans you.
Yep.
The game won't run. Ban.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
My game just crashed. Can you implement a fix? Oh, the game is perfect. It's just you. Ban.
Ban.
Thank you, MJ.
Thank you, NJ.
I'll be right back.
MJ being a literal queen out here. Okay. People have claimed I play video games all day long, but I don't actually do that. Well, how about that?
This is just a whole lot. I'm just saying this. The whole list or not is a lie. From what I read, at least.
This is just the first section.
Yes.
Yeah, don't worry. There's many more.
Oh, shit.
I'm fine with criticism, but I am not fine with ignorance or misinformation. Ignorance. How do you define ignorance?
Let's ask Google right now.
Poisoning the well.
But here's the thing. When it comes to people like asking certain questions, they're not. While they are asking these questions potentially asking these questions out of ignorance, they're asking these questions so they can be answered. That they aren't ignorant on the situation.
But instead of answering his questions, you were met with a nice swift boot.
Mm-hmm. I will always delete ignorant / misinforming posts. So essentially, anytime you criticize them.
The amount of, oh my god.
Yes, he basically just admitted that he deletes comments.
This is not, quote, censorship. It's merely preventing the spread of misleading statements. It is censorship, though. I do not feel like I need to explain why.
The look on your face, Aiden. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just reading that last paragraph. That's all.
Okay.
Imagine that someone says they want to criticize the hat you're wearing, but you're not wearing a hat. You correct them, and then they start screaming that you can't take criticism. That would be stupid, right? You would not be dealing with a critic, but with a delusional weirdo who is getting mad at an imaginary problem that doesn't actually exist.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
It just said that I lost my mic.
I just felt all the white hairs going up my head just from hearing that. Just from hearing Kim just describe how ignorant everyone is.
Hello, fellow Pogger.
Hey, it's a pogger.
Poggers. Oh shit.
Hey, Ronnie, your type has appeared.
Usually the people who say I can't take criticism are people who believe completely false things about me and get butthurt when I tell them that they're wrong. This is what we call having a lot of egotism.
Can you give me some of that ego? I'd love some of that.
Same! Give it to me.
What joke
Hold on,
should I make here?
before we continue.
Alright, so there's another part here. It says, Yandere Dev doesn't think games improve from criticism.
All right, so before we go anywhere, all right. Aiden, you all right?
I'm just looking something up. Hold on.
All right. Ronnie, you there?
I'm here.
I think somebody's died.
I'm sorry, John. No.
Ah,
Alfredo Linguini was voiced by Lou Ramono.
It's a meme.
Oh, it is? Okay, my bad.
It's a meme.
My bad. I thought there was
Yeah.
seriousness there.
I could have told you
You're
that. I was like,
antagonist.
you good?
somebody, wait, he actually says that.
I wasn't sure if they were being serious. I'm sorry.
Alright, so Yandere Dev thinks doesn't think games improve from criticism. In short, I never said that.
But your last post contradicts that.
It does. This is a perfect example of how people spread out of context screenshots and misinformation.
But
Okay, then should you ban yourself from your Discord because of the fact that you literally did the exact thing you said?
Whee! On the Yandere Simulator Discord, I was involved in the conversation with several other people. Somebody made a false statement, and I responded with, I don't agree with that. And the time it took me to type that message, someone typed, criticism is how a game improves, and sent their message before mine. As a result, my message showed up directly under their message. As such.
It does happen.
Mm-hmm. That's why I have a thing, like I learned how to do this thing. It's called pinging people. It actually helps keep the flow correct and tells other people who you're responding to. Isn't that weird, guys?
True. It's just sometimes I'm not gonna lie. It is easy to forget to do that.
Mm-hmm. It actually helps to ping. Someone took a screenshot, cropped out the message I was actually responding to, and then began spreading the false narrative that I don't think games improve from criticism.
oh my god. So I'm pretty sure you've heard of Loveless by now,
Yes.
Aiden.
Loveless?
Everyone else?
Yeah.
Yep.
Loveless is a game. Another Yandere game. Competition.
Oh yeah.
Instead of
they changed the.
they changed the name to Love Letter. Because Yandere Dev started saying that they were plagiarizing his idea that he hasn't implemented yet. That once you beat the game, it'll be the title screen will change to Loveless. And then goes off saying that if creating a game where if you create this game, you'll put me out of work, my living. If the cost of a game was someone's life, I would just quit the project.
He basically implied how he was going to kill himself over this.
Yep.
Yes, he said he was going to uninstall Life.
Yeah.
Alt F4.
Yeah, I seen that stuff. That's really recent stuff. All right. Back
This
now.
happened last week.
Mm-hmm. I've actually told you. I think I told you
Yeah,
guys
I
about that.
remember
I
I
was
already
bringing
knew.
that
actually
up
really,
during
really
my
scared.
Super Mario RPG stream.
I was
Me.
actually really, really scared that during that time. Yeah.
Yes, I agree that was. What's the noise?
I'm sorry.
Delta.
Sorry, I'm fidgeting.
Oh,
Let's see. This is exactly the sort of thing that people are doing to me all the time. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated by the people who do these things.
but
Okay.
that's
Thank
spreading
you for
false
telling me this,
information
Yandere
because,
Dev. I won't believe you anymore.
huh?
No, it's like, oh, thank you for telling me. Thank you for telling me this, Yandere Dev. I won't believe you anymore because of the contradiction he made in the last post.
But that's poisoning the well.
Yeah, he did.
He poisoned the well, and now it's claiming he doesn't even know what a poison is.
I mean, he technically doesn't, but can we fault him for that? Possibly.
Would you mind muting yourself, Delta?
Yeah.
What?
Can
you
you
mind me-
mute? He asked.
Thank you.
Alright. Yandere Dev threatened a competitor to stop developing his game. In short, no, I didn't. This is an event that occurred in 2019. No, this also happened in 2020. Update this.
Yeah, that's recent.
Yeah. To save this developer. Wow. I can't even read through a sentence. From too much humiliation, I don't want to say his name. A developer started uploading videos to a YouTube of a game that he was
I'm gonna say-
supposedly developing.
We're not going to say his name either because he wishes to be left out of the drama.
Yes.
To pull him into this would be wrong. But
It would.
He didn't. But go ahead. I just wanted to add that little note.
Yes. A lot of people felt justified in harassing me or dropping their support for me because they were tricked into believing that this developer was creating a superior game and he was doing it faster than me. I mean, he is, but that's besides the point.
That's not even right now in the point. We'll get to that when we get to that.
However, was not actually developing a real video game. Wait, where's the pronoun? Fix this.
We're not critiquing his spelling.
I am.
I'm not.
He was just creating footage for YouTube to give the impression that that a game was under development. He was a con man, a scam artist. Keep this point in mind.
The word of the day is deflection.
Yes, it is.
Well, that one's more of a reflection based on what y'all have been saying so far.
Yeah, but he's trying to take all the negative criticism against him and deflect it off a project that's not making any money.
Another word of the day is projection, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Sorry.
Thank you.
You're
Also,
welcome.
to the point that right now, dude, that they've admitted the people behind Love Letter have admitted that they don't want to open a Patreon. They're a 2-man team,
Respect.
and that they are working on this game because it's their passion. That's it. But their passion ruffled his feathers.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with competition.
In fact, it's a good thing.
Yeah, competition is always a good thing because it gives you a chance to learn from what they're doing. Like, okay, maybe I could implement something similar, not with the same coding, because that would be plagiarism.
He's trying to say that they're using his coding
I
and
learned
their models.
this from his former partners who abandoned his project when they realized he had simply been using them to make his scam look like a legitimate video game.
Huh.
Oh, they mentioned the 2020 incident. Okay, I know this one and the previous one by heart. And yes, both of them want to be both teams want to be left out.
Yes.
because his fake game project was having a lot of negative consequences for my real game project. Okay, so we're gatekeeping video games now. Interesting.
All right, so you hear that? I can do all the Castlevania games. Aiden can't.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's
No.
basically what he's saying.
Yeah, essentially. I confronted him and told him that he should stop being dishonest and confess the truth. I explained that if he kept tricking people into believing that Yandere Simulator was being surpassed by a new game project, I would eventually have to make a video defending my project by explaining the truth. That his game was not actually a real game at all, but was an illusion created for the sake of YouTube videos.
What happened? For those wondering, what happened was that Yandere Dev put up, not Yandere Dev. Yandere Dev got upset that there was 2 demos for 2 different games because they slightly had similar aspects to his game.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of taking it on the chin like, oh, I need to step up my game, I need to better what I'm doing, I need to refine my craft, it was, y'all stole from me.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
here.
Oh,
let me-
it-
let me-
Maggie, you already got a dislike on the video. I don't know who it is, but I think I could guess.
Hold on, Aiden wants to say something?
So
I'll be right back.
in regards to the whole can you scroll up just a tiny bit?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I guess it was just a sentence. Let's see, where was it? I can remember what I was gonna say.
I'll highlight this part here if that might help at all. Cause yeah.
The bit where he's saying, I explained that if he kept tricking people into believing that Yandere
Oh.
Sim was being surpassed by a new game project. That's called marketing. Look back at the original video game console war between Sega and Nintendo.
Oh god,
Sega's-
yes.
Sega's promotional motto was Sega does what Nintendo don't,
Mm-hmm.
stating
The motto
basically
was
implying that
Genesis
they were
does.
better than Nintendo.
Yep.
So you should go with us. It is a marketing approach.
It was nothing but friendly competition.
Yeah.
But when you come to a man with an ego the size of Texas, what do you expect?
It's bigger than Texas.
So Extendo, Texas.
Extended Texas. It's Texas and it's 49 and Texas is 49 bitches.
So Louisiana Purchase?
Yes.
Even bigger than that. It's probably as big as like
All
I
right,
don't know,
let's continue.
Jupiter.
Wait, can I say
This
my
one-
word about how he's calling these games a scam? These games were fan. These are fan games. He's calling them new. He's calling.
Not
And yeah, he's
love
calling.
letter.
I'm not gonna say what games though, because I want to respect their wishes and not be putting up drama. Just,
Yeah.
But these games were fan games. I just wanted to have like a Yandere Sim faster than what the progress was at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's a monopoly. People want a Yandere game. But with the current game that we have, we're not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
And the old motto is if you're not going to do it, someone else is going to do it.
Okay, so it says this was not a threat, but was a simple, factual state of affairs.
When you go on and gaslight another creator, someone that's passionate about game development like you used to be, yes, that is completely a threat. Because he was saying that the game is held together by gum and band-aids.
And
Oh,
sticks.
wow.
Not even giving the game a shot. Trying to throw it in the creator's face that you can't create a game, only I can create this game.
That will kill a potential developer's desire to create games.
Not only that, but
in
could
general.
you imagine how hard it hit to the self-esteem? Yikes.
He was. It sounds like it. And let's be real here. It's a fear of competition.
It is.
When someone's way of life is compromised, they will attack back. And with the fact that this is his only form of income, Yandere Dev, his only form of income, his easy way of living, has now been compromised by people actually infatuated by the thought of a Yandere game. But instead of capitalizing on that, he is not. He's just trying to silence and hold a monopoly over this idea. Am I wrong in saying that?
No, you're not wrong. Let's see. Later in 2020, another developer, who is also a con man for completely different reasons,
I just covered that.
showed screenshots of my conversation with the 2019 developer and spread the false narrative that I threatened a competitor in ceasing his development, even though all I was really doing was telling a con man to stop scamming people.
To be fair, that was his fans trying to help Yandere Dev. It's saying, see, this is the hypocrisy that he has to deal with. It's because of you people. He can't finish the game.
Yikes. Yeah, his fans are a completely different story.
We won't touch that.
Yandere Dev threatened to commit end life to pressure a game developer into canceling his game project. In short, no, I didn't.
In short, yes, you did.
Yes, in short, yes, you did. Someone extracted Yandere Simulator's assets and used those assets to develop a simple game prototype. They created an announcement trailer showing off what they had done, despite the fact that their prototype only contains a fraction of the functionality of Yandere Simulator. Their announcement trailer gave hundreds of thousands of people the false impression that it was possible to, quote, recreate the entirety of Yandere Sim in only 2 weeks.
How's that a false impression?
It's not.
It's not. In fact, I'm going to drop the trailer for the game in the chat.
Would that be a good
Please do.
idea considering they don't want it?
Yeah. Actually,
True.
don't
I
do
wouldn't
that.
do
Let's not do that.
Yeah, okay.
That's for a different time.
Yes.
The only reason that their prototype looked even remotely presentable is because they simply copy-pasted all the assets that were created for me over the course of 6 years. No store-bought assets, but Yandere Simulator's original copyrighted assets. They were nothing. They created nothing original and simply stole all of my material. It's the most blatant theft I've ever seen in the history of the game industry.
But here's the thing, though. If they're using Unity as well, they are using Unity's assets, not his.
Oh, no,
Some
those are
people have
his.
actually made stuff for Yandere Dev to use in his game. However,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Even grass.
Yes, however, he's trying to say that the store-bought Unity
Yeah.
assets are stolen.
Yeah. He's also saying that, which is a bunch of BS. But
He's trying to lay claim over the Unity assets, not his
yeah.
own original assets.
Yikes.
Because in a chat that we won't bring, in a screenshot we won't share, the developer, which will be named nameless for now,
Mm-hmm.
said that he got the assets off the Unity store for a prototype.
Which is okay to do.
And Yandere Dev attacks back saying that that's not how it works. That's stolen because my original thought for my main character, she had black hair. Your character can't have black hair because mine does. Yes, that's the argument and basis he's going.
Yeah, that's not how this works, son.
That's like laying claim to all characters over the course of video game history and soon to be made or soon to be released or what have you as your own, and they have no rights to use characters with black hair.
Exactly, and that's what
I
started
would compare this to something else, but I think the differences outweigh the similarities here.
Go on.
Essentially, I was gonna compare it to like people trying to say like, oh, like trying to sell gotcha life costumes for real life money, but no, it's not the same thing because one thing, those guys, all of them, all those people are younger. The other thing, well, essentially, it's stupid. So, I mean, this is stupid too, but that's besides the point. Because hundreds of thousands of people were tricked into believing that it's possible to recreate Yandere Sim within 2 weeks, my work has been completely devalued. I have begun to receive a massive amount of harassment, and I have started to lose all the support that I have spent 6 years building up.
Now,
I had to change up the tune there just because that's how it sounded in my head. I'm sorry.
He's
It's
being a
fine.
dramatic making baby.
Yeah, basically a man baby. Well,
The
hey,
fact-
somebody liked my melodrama there. Thank you.
Okay, so let's be real here. The fact that competition showed up is what destroyed him.
Mm-hmm.
That's all this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like saying, "Oh, Jack streamed that game, so you can't stream it." He owns the rights to that stream.
Oh, Novacast streamed something? Well, guess I can't join in.
PewDiePie streamed every game ever. I can't ever stream COD because he did it. That's
Oh,
the same
no.
kind of mental escape that he's running with.
Oh, yeah. Can we also bring in the Animal Crossing thing? Oh, Yandere Dev streamed Animal Crossing. Guess we better tell Rob he can't. Otherwise, Yandere Dev will get mad. Get angry over there.
You alright?
I think I might have killed him. Dang it, now we need to revive him. This is not a case of another developer is making a superior game, but it is a case of a con artist pulling a scam that is tricking hundreds and thousands of people into hating me.
Hey, what's half of free?
Half of free is paid.
1.5.
wait, we can't divide by 0 though.
Exactly. Thank you, Aiden. You got the joke.
If it was truly a fan project, and the developer was truly a fan of Yandere Simulator, then he would acknowledge the damage he was doing to me and my project, and he would take action to avoid threatening Yandere Simulator's existence. Oh god, I hate this. If you were really a fan mentality, that kind of stuff.
Here's
No.
the thing. You should feel honored that your game is so beloved that there are fan projects.
Thank you.
Who remembers I Want to Be the Guy?
There are a ton of fan
And then-
projects, some of which were made by the developers. I want to be the guy.
There's
Yeah.
I Want to Be the Gaiden. I Want to Be the Kid. I want to be the guy too. And
I
none
wanna
of
be
them,
the Boshi.
are made by the original creator.
Ah, I
And
bet
what
on
it-
that then.
Oh no, I'm just saying. No, I Want to Be the Boshi was though. It was I Want to Be the Guy and I Want to Be the Boshi, and it was instead of being upset on his website, you can download all the games.
Yeah.
He is fully supporting them. That's awesome.
The fact that you can
Or they are.
the fact that they're supporting fan-made creations of their original concept
Mm-hmm.
shows that you can make better things. You can do better things at your time than typing up these lengthy things. Maybe if you're feeling attacked or insulted,
Do something about it. Something good, I presume.
I'm not gonna lie. With what little I know of the coding, and pretty much next to no knowledge on how to really use Unity, because I didn't reach that class.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably make something similar to Yandere Sim
Ooh.
with less coding, and it would run about the same.
Ooh.
oh, actually would run.
Potentially. I'm not saying
You
that
are.
could be the case.
You're not saying that you're going to. You're just
Yeah.
saying that if you
It's
put the TLC into it.
Yes.
Because what he's saying is the fallacy he's using here is it's impossible to recreate what he did in 6 years in 2 weeks.
If you
That is
put
not true.
all your time and effort into it, yeah, you could.
Even
And
if you're a
you have
one
the
man
right
team.
people.
Yeah.
As long as you know what you're doing, you can do it.
Mm-hmm. I've reached out to him to discuss this. During the discussion, I expressed my feelings honestly. I told him that I felt his project was ruining my life, destroying my life, ending my life, etc. That is not language you use around another developer
No.
at all.
That's how you gaslight someone.
That's
It's called manipulation.
Mhm.
Or at least
Bingo!
that's how or at least that's how my therapist describes it. So,
No, that's true manipulation.
mm-hmm. It's not like I've had this
I'm
happen
listening.
before.
Wrong with that statement.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Hello, everyone. He posted screenshots of our discussion. People used those screenshots to create an untrue accusation that I contacted him to, quote, threatened
Oh, thank
life
you.
kill, even though I never actually said that. What the actual fudge?
What kind of Christian Minecraft server bullshit is this?
Okay, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You know, Badgie, you've talked to me on Discord before. If you don't mind, I'll actually say the words
I
here.
don't care.
At the actual fuck. This is the screenshot where
Thank you.
that people used in order to create the false narrative, and it's not actually link. It's not an actual link.
it's not.
No,
Yeah.
he manipulated
a
us.
hyperlink, or even if you were to copy paste it into the URL, it wouldn't do anything.
No, he manipulated us, guys. Yandere Dev manipulated us on his own debunk page. Oh no!
He may or may not have deleted the link, and now it's just a dead link.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
There is not a single sentence there where I quote threaten the life kill. It simply doesn't happen. Even though it totally did. And there is current videos out there that show that he did. In case you need me to spell it out for you, the meaning of the last sentence is, if Yandere Simulator would ruin/destroy someone's life and end their career, I would cancel Yandere Sim.
But that's a lie.
That is bullshit.
Yes, we need some clips here.
Well, here's the thing, though. If I hate to say this, but if that was really the case, considering the fact that this game could and most likely would trigger certain people, that would automatically fall into that.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, you would have to cancel it based on what you said.
Yeah.
So,
But
I mean, that's... The wording is what I'm having problem with that.
Oh,
last.
yes, that is the problem that everyone has with it.
Yes. It's like when I used to word things really poorly and it sounded bad. Like when I was,
And
you remember
even
when I was
with this
reading,
clarification, it sounded god awful.
even with clarification, it doesn't sound any better.
It sounds worse, honestly.
Yeah.
And again, what would I know?
Yeah, I will be right back.
Oh god.
You yourself.
Yeah, we killed him, guys. We killed him.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
We killed the man.
I should be shocked.
Friendly fire.
Ronnie,
Yes.
I told you to put your Spetsnaz away.
Can't make me American rights.
But that's a Russian gun.
But it's given.
What? American rights?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay.
None of that.
Dang it, Delta.
Sorry.
All
Fair enough.
right. Should I
The
continue?
other- I find it kind of feel bad for Yandere Dev because of his position, not because of what this is happening. Kind of is
Kind
This-
of deserved it in a way.
Self-
Self-brought karma or something, lol. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it really is trying to hold a
Yeah.
monopoly over something, and then at the same time trying to say that, oh, I never said these things. That's kind of a childish way to think about things and go about.
funny enough, American law says about monopolies, they're not supposed to happen. No
like-
monopolies, they say.
But I like Monopoly, the board game.
Well, that's a different story. Monopoly, the board game, totally okay.
Good.
But trying to hold a monopoly over certain franchises,
Not okay.
not okay.
All right.
We'll wait for Aiden.
Yeah, this is gonna be something he's gonna need to see for himself. Cause
Here.
oh geez, oh noes, oh heck. This is gonna be one that we're gonna need to address for sure.
Well,
Monopoly's a fun game.
Casino, you
definitely.
got someone agreeing with you. Monopoly is a fun game.
Yeah.
Yes,
it is.
it's a fun game to torture people with.
And also the good family.
It's a fun game until everyone starts fighting.
Yeah.
It's a fun
Everybody
game.
thinks until we start fighting.
It's a fun game till you start playing for 3 days and you flip the table and say it's over.
Yeah. Sounds like somebody else had that experience.
Truth. My game lasted 5 days actually.
Oh lord. Have you ever had it last for a week?
You're joking. You're joking?
Almost.
Nope.
No, I'm not.
No.
No. None of us here are.
I don't know. Monopoly destroyed my friend Joe.
Oh.
You know how you want to know the game that destroyed the most relationships for me?
Uno.
Yes.
I love Uno.
I love
I'm a
Uno as well. There's like
You
certain
still have Uno on your PS4?
I need to re-download it.
funny story with that. Like I was playing Uno at a certain place and we made the principal draw 32 cards. None of us apologized for that.
Hey,
All right.
real quick, considering what I just came back to hearing, should I show that image I showed during the last podcast?
Yes, please do.
What image?
You know
Friend
the
destroyer.
meme?
I posted it in your memes
Oh.
channel on your server before,
Someone
but
used
that
to-
was like some time back.
We need to see this again. It's one of the best things. Okay.
I just looked at the stream on YouTube. My
Yeah.
image is not registered.
Uh-oh.
Tragedy.
It's a tragedy, I know.
How could you, Delta? How could you?
Sharing my screen.
I will be stopping screen share there for your sake.
The Friend Destroyer 9000.
Yes, I need it.
Friend is-
If you could put this in my DMs, I would love it. I will cherish
Alright.
it.
See, the blue turtle shell is love. The blue turtle shell is life. It's the reason why I don't lose in Mario Kart. You know I hoarded, Aiden.
Of course you did.
Of course I would. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, why
He
not?
gets ahead of me, I'm going to win.
Of course you would.
He has actually purposefully gotten into lower positions to get the blue shell and then tried to get in first without using it.
Oh, I done work.
I've learned how to snipe from behind with turtle shells without looking back.
That's not that hard, though.
Of course.
No, I'm talking with the geometry. Like when I popped you and
Alright.
Jax at the same time.
Now that I'm
was fun.
focused back.
All right, back to what we were doing. Okay, so we held off.
Oh,
because
here's
we
one I
wanted
think
to-
that Fane would like to look into. Someone recreated Yandere Simulator in less than 2 weeks.
Didn't he
In
cover
short-
this in the previous?
Yes, and he
Yes.
is restating this for no reason. In short, no, that isn't true.
It's like a broken record.
Yeah, a broken record that spins right round, baby, right round like a record.
Hmm.
Okay. Hey, he says right there in that second paragraph exactly what I stated a moment ago.
Yep.
with the previous one. It's extremely easy to use the Unity engine to quickly produce a simple game prototype that superficially
Oh, yikes. That's even worse.
Oh,
resembles Yandere Sim.
okay. So it's not cool for the fans to make like a fan project of, I don't know, like Sonic 06 on PC,
Yeah, yikes.
or remake Bully on the Unity engine.
Ooh, respect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sega has given the okay for fans
Epic.
to remake Sonic 06 and do it better than they did. They even said,
Finally.
if you can, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, hell, if they had a problem with it, they would have shut down the Sonic hacking contest back when it first started.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's a good way to be a developer, and there's a bad way to be a developer.
And this is one of the bad
This
ways
is the latter.
Mm-hmm. When someone says, I've recreated Yandere Sim in 2 weeks, what they are really saying is that they copy-pasted a bunch of my game's assets into a Unity project and then made a character walk around the school environment, creating a flimsy illusion that they are developing a game, and sadly there are actually people who are gullible enough to fall for that illusion. The situation is actually pretty ridiculous.
Isn't that how his game's running right now?
Exactly.
And honestly, it's done to show what's being done for the game so far, how the build currently looks. It is not. Most
not
of the time,
final.
it's not illusionary.
It's not final.
No.
Unlike Yandere Dev, who says that his bad coding, this is all for a demo. When the time comes to release the real project, he's going to rebuild his game. That's not how game development works.
No.
That's not how the coding is. You're going to have to rebuild everything. It's going to take longer.
If I showed this to a friend of mine who is actually building his own game for Game Smash, he would probably just die laughing, honestly.
Most likely.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
definitely.
games of this caliber and higher are at game jams all the time. And game jams usually take 24 hours.
Yes, they do.
At least 24 hours.
Hold on.
To, I think a week or two at most. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure on that.
You are correct.
Yes.
And Jar just said, you know, the best part is 5,000 plus triangulated face polygon models for a simple toothbrush.
Yeah,
we never touched on that with you, Aiden. The most heavy thing in his game is a toothbrush.
Yeah.
Only time
really funny.
I'd be okay with such a thing would be in the case of Surgeon Sim or what was the one where you're going around cleaning all the freaking blood and those various areas? Thank you.
Is that the one where you're in Santa's shop?
Yeah, I'm going to stream that later. Shut up. Yes.
Needless to say, it's a problem for me if thousands of people are get tricked into believing that it's possible to recreate all of Yandere Sim in 2 weeks, even though these imitation games don't even have 10% of Yandere Sim's functionality. It's a depressing and demotivating set of circumstances to be in. Feel sorry for me.
The best functionality of a game is not playing it.
Yep.
This is the greatest functionality of a game I've ever seen in my life.
Isn't it epic?
All games are epic in Epic Games. Imagine a toothbrush with 20, polygons and ray tracing and 6K. Oh my, yeah. No, I'm cool.
I think that's how you.
I like my computer. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
I like my computer warm, but not burnt.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to make steak on my computers. That's why I want this.
Oh, that's why you're playing Yandere Dev. You're cooking steak.
Yes.
Ooh. Someone needs a good.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie though. At least it's polygons and not the latest rendition of models, which I believe used. What was it? Triangles.
Oh, he got banned from his own Discord and Reddit.
Oh well, the Reddit.
Yes.
Everyone. Oh no, his Reddit got hacked. I know about that. Everyone, F in chat.
No,
F in the chat.
that's not an F. That's a one up.
F in the chat,
Toothbrush
please.
I don't. I'm sorry, Jar. I don't want to recreate that one scene from Bakemonogatari.
Yeah, let's not.
Damn
I
all
still
the
haven't watched
Fs.
that show yet.
Lots
Any
of Fs. Alright, aside from that though, it's worth mentioning that anyone building a Yandere Sim clone using assets ripped from Yandere Sim is treading in very dangerous legal territory. First, it must be mentioned that anyone can purchase Unity Asset Store models and use those models to make a game. There's no legal problem with that. Anyone could go to the Unity Asset Store, purchase the AOI character model, and gain the legal right to use that model in a video game.
No, it says right there that you're not allowed to use the model
At
Yeah.
least not financially.
for profit.
Yeah, not for profit. You can release the game so long as it's free. If you're using the Unity assets.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe also you need to have the water stamp. The watermark.
True.
The Unity watermark.
The reason why the game was getting a lot of updates in the beginning was because he was removing the Unity watermarks.
Oh, tragedy.
This is very documented stuff, actually. I think Casino can understand what I'm talking about.
Yes.
The casino.
He's the Casino.
Yeah, I
It's
gave
what
away
you
all my
know.
problems.
All right,
It's rigged, I tell you. Games are
However,
rigged.
if a developer simply rips the characters' models from Yandere Sim and starts using those models to build a game, they are violating the law because they obtained the character models illegally without paying for them.
Bruh.
Bruh.
If you rip the watermark, if you rip the assets, they would have the watermark because they're not technically unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I've tried building a game before too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's a pain in the ass.
as simple as one would think it would be to take the assets from the Unity engine and use it in a different one. Not gonna work the way you want that you're planning.
Not
Right.
at all.
Furthermore, there is something else to consider aside from using the AOI model. Numerous environment models were created specifically for Yandere Simulator. Those models are not Unity Asset Store models that anyone can purchase and use. Those models were created and given to me to be used in Yandere Sim only.
What
Stealing
about the shrine he took?
truth.
And here's the thing. Going back real quick on the whole taking assets and trying to use it in that. Sure, you could try and work around it to where the watermark is no longer in the code for the asset and whatnot. But those that actually have the mind to do so and the means to do so or what have you and put in the effort, they can look back at the previous code, at each of the previous instances of code
Mm-hmm.
before you like revised it or what have you,
Correct.
and see the watermark.
so glad I brought you
Stealing
on.
them and building a game with them is asking for legal trouble.
But you're planning to release the game free.
Exactly.
There's no legal trouble to be had.
When a volunteer creates an asset, that asset is the volunteer's copyrighted content. When a volunteer gives the asset to me and says, "My work now belongs to you, you are now the owner of this asset," they have transferred the copyright to me. Sometimes an actual written contract and signature is involved. Someone who is using these models in their game is in fact violating my copyright, and I have the legal right to take action against them. If they are in denial about this, it's an indication that they do not understand how copyright law works.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this. Sorry, Maggie.
What? I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, you look like you were gearing up to say something.
No, I was about to say, be right back. I need water.
Correct me if I'm wrong on this. Concerning like copyright, is it possible to copyright assets that for something that you're putting out for free?
I don't know, and I
No,
don't believe
it's
so.
not. Or else you wouldn't be. Or else projects like Mini Doom wouldn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Also, cough. Jar said cough cough. When fair use, except for fair use, cough cough. Like video wise, cough cough.
Mm-hmm.
But you're dealing, like most people with inflated egos, we're dealing with someone that doesn't understand. Technically, doesn't understand the law. He understands the parts that he likes.
Yes, he's cherry picking. Essentially, is what.
Yes, thank you. That's the word I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry picking and dancing around the issue when you can't copyright assets that I could go right now and buy.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, Unity needs to be more. They know about him, but they need to be informed about what he's doing.
Agreed.
Not saying he needs to be stopped, but he is using your assets to try to do this. Like, not falsely, properly. Sorry,
I think this part is important here that I just highlighted. So,
Like, that's another thing that I can't help but question. If you're going to be putting it out for free, why are you removing the Unity watermark?
an extremely small amount of Yandere Sim's assets, like less than 1%, are from the Unity Asset Store. The vast majority of the game's assets are completely original, and the copyright is either owned by me or the volunteer that created the asset for me. The majority of it is the volunteers, let's be honest.
He's a hit it and quit it type person. He got the okay, then he's like, bye.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this... I was waiting to talk about this one.
Okay,
Yandere Dev submitted false copyright strikes to take down a critic's videos.
you did.
Yes, that person... Can we say the name or no?
Yeah, the
person's name is the Game Sleuth.
And if you're watching this video, please go and show him some support.
Yes.
There's really shady shit going on right now with Yandere Dev and the Game Sleuth.
Yeah, and some of his videos, not gonna lie, they're pretty scary when it comes to the topic. So, he's actually been hurting and liking comments that say, "Oh, he has a gun to his head to say this stuff." So,
it's basically true because of what happened earlier this week. Is it still right to say this week, or do I have to say last week?
You could say either or.
Because it happened over the weekend.
Honestly, if the Game Sleuth, if he ever finds this video,
our support goes out to you.
Yeah, our support does go out to you, and I hope you're doing okay.
Yes, because right now you basically do have a gun to your head. We don't know what's going on. We're not going to delve. That's your personal business.
Mm-hmm.
We're just saying we hope you get through this.
Yeah.
Because what's going on is blatantly
manipulation.
Not just that, abuse of the copyright system.
And abuse of power.
Like, I'm not going to be shocked if this video gets claimed.
Yeah. Don't be.
And if it does, I'll just delete it.
Mm-hmm.
After I save it.
Yes, please save it. All right. In short, no, I had never done that and never would do that, which is a lie we have just discussed. The only times I've ever submitted a copyright complaint were times when a YouTuber re-uploaded my content without making any changes to it, which is all.
And that's why we have nothing here that's yours. Except
this is actually what copyright was invented for, preventing people from copying your work and profiting off of it.
Well, can't profit off of this because, well...
I don't make money.
Yeah.
No,
this is the correct use of the DMCA, stopping people who are illegally re-uploading your content. That's not the only thing that it's used for, but okay. Oh, this is another one. Yandere Dev kills Midori because he hates his own fans, and Midori represents his fans.
Yeah.
Yes. I heard there was a fan that literally re-uploaded Yandere Dev stuff. And the funny thing about that is, their stuff is still up.
Yeah, the reason why was he was deleting things that did not sit well in his favor.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about the internet is, once it's out there,
Yeah,
it's
can't
out
save
there.
it. All right. In short, no. In short, yes. Midori is a ditzy girl who asks silly questions with obvious answers. If anything, Midori represents the type of person who doesn't read the FAQ before asking a question, frustrating the people around her.
Frustrating you mean?
Mm-hmm. Midori does not represent the audience. At some point in time, it became a running gag for me to kill Midori in my videos. This is a slapstick comedy gag, and it has nothing to do with how I feel towards my audience. People
Okay.
in your audience some the critics take that killing Midori killing Midori thing didn't take it as a comedy gag. They didn't take it as slapstick humor.
We
They
took it as you're our kids.
killing your fans because this is literally how you treat your fans.
Ah,
Yes, he treats his fans like dirt on his boot.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he's really unhinged.
Yes, God, yes.
My squeaky bathroom door is more unhinged than him.
the way that was worded, like the way it was worded, that previous section, it kind of reminds me of how he has been taking things. Himself.
You will believe everything I say, and if you have an original thought, I have a Glock. I'm not saying that he said that,
I mean,
But
it's
that's how
essentially his mentality. So,
but that's how he's acting.
mm-hmm.
It's like whenever I'm gonna cut off real fast from this. Whenever I stream with Ronnie or Aiden, I always act like I am holier than thou. When we're playing a multiplayer game, and when they fuck up, I threaten to them. But it's just that is just a gag.
Yeah, a gag is if it's consented between the
Because
people involved.
I've even had to make a video in the past that this is a gag. I'm friends with these people. They are my family. It's just it's unscripted humor.
Agreed.
I've had to go on and do this like twice.
Comedy.
Did Delta have to leave?
Yeah,
Yes.
he said in the private chat, "Hey, I gotta go. Thanks for having me, though."
No problem, Delta.
Yeah.
I have a video on Yandere Dev that
Take care.
deleted, by the way, when he screams about Fanny. We will talk about that in a minute.
Yes, please do.
First, we'll get through this.
Yandere Dev wastes time arguing with people on 4chan.
Okay, hold on, Ronnie. Go ahead.
4chan. How should
Your
we
territory.
talk about this?
Oh no, I'm talking about him arguing with fans and stuff.
His
Yeah, I think
argument
that's
with his-
Roddy's territory.
His argument with his fans have more holes than a firing range.
Yikes.
It's
On a
worth
4th of July. Okay, but still, his comments to his fans are the most hateful, rude things you can say to a person.
Yes, they are.
even
You don't. Oh, sorry. You.
Can I?
Yeah.
Even Onision's comments are nicer.
Oh, damn.
You don't say, "Hey, you talk shit about my game," even though it was, "Hey, I was just wondering. This is a little bit laggy on my end. I was just wondering if it was my PC or not." No, you're a piece of shit, fan. You hate me. Get the fuck off here. You don't do that. You don't. You just don't.
Or he,
That's just awful.
or his other reflection. Who's paying you to say such scowl about my game?
Yeah.
Paying
If,
you to slander me?
We're getting paid for this. I wouldn't be
No.
having to worry about my PS Plus running out.
If I was getting paid to do this, man, I'd actually have a job probably.
If I was getting paid for this, I wouldn't be talking to you either. All of you about this. I would
Agreed.
have just made a video saying you suck ass, and that'd be the video.
Yeah.
And I'd go off and buy Doom Eternal for me and my friend.
All right. It says, in short, actually, I've been physically incapable of posting on 4chan for several years. Even if I wanted to, I can't.
Thank the
That's
God.
because you got kicked. He got IP banned
Yeah.
for he did the thing he wasn't supposed to do.
I don't know much about
Did he post in SFW in a non-NSW area?
Talking about
Hmm.
the sexy times.
Yep.
When I moved into my new house, I started getting this error every time I tried to make a post on 4chan. And that error is
Can you read it?
posting your IP range has been blocked due to abuse. 4chan pass users can bypass this block.
You got to do something really bad to piss off 4chan.
Yeah, he
When-
did.
When IP banned, there's a way around it.
Yeah. Hero plays by the rules, from what I understand.
It was right after the website got a new administrator, Hero. Around that point in time, a lot of people were suddenly IP range banned. Some people have theorized that Hero banned a bunch of IP ranges as a method of reducing server costs. I don't actually know if there is any truth to that theory. Regardless, I'm physically incapable of posting on 4chan, even if I wanted to.
This is like what Casino said. His arguments have about as much holes in them as a firing range on the 4th of July in Texas.
Oh, we're back on the tiny build topic.
Oh yes, Yandere Dev owes Tiny Build money.
He does. Hold on. Jar said, post cat abuse. Obviously, 4chan protects the cats.
Yes.
4chan, people give 4chan a bad rap. But if you
Yeah,
are
they-
a scummy person and you try to share your filth and scum with others, or the way you treat others, I could never survive on 4chan because of my sense of humor. Let's be real here.
I can't.
And do I get upset about that?
No.
I just browse it. That's a simple method. I browse it and keep my mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if there's any threads that I take offense with, I avoid like the plague.
And if we can do that, what was stopping Yandere-chan from doing the same thing?
It's that Yandere Dev thinks
I-
he's the king of the world when he's not.
Because I'm with the gamer.
Gamers, rise up.
I'm with gamer. He says I would get sniped by 4chan.
Same.
No, I wouldn't get sniped. I'd get no scoped.
Oh,
I'd get 360 no scoped.
what about
With a
nuke?
crossbow.
Yes, with a fucking crossbow again.
Anybody would get nuked here?
Ronnie.
3,000 people used to live here.
Let's see. First, let it be known that I do not intend to say anything negative about Tiny Build, and nothing below is intended to be interpreted negatively.
Hold on,
Okay,
hold on.
Ronnie, I have to say, are you sure that's not because of a nuke instead of you eating?
Hey, you don't talk about my problems on stream, boy.
Okay, I had to.
Oh.
Yes, it needed to happen.
Thank you for
Just
making
needed
light
to
of
have-
that.
It
Okay,
needed
so
to happen. It needed
me
to
just-
happen.
okay, stop. Okay, seriously though, when this fucker right here is covering his ass harder than people in PUBG do with a fucking frying pan.
Hey, don't you be dissing the frying pan.
I'm
But
not.
it's a frying pan.
I'm just saying. Reread that.
First, let it be known that I do not intend to say anything negative about Tiny Build, and nothing below is intended to be interpreted negatively.
Covering his ass with a frying pan.
Are you sure it's just a frying pan?
You've never played PUBG, have you?
Maybe Fort Knox.
All right, continue.
Tiny Build and I decided to part ways in December of 2017. On March 21st, 2019, we signed a termination agreement that dissolved our original contract. The reason why it took so long to sign the agreement is because I wanted to negotiate some of the terms. There are people who believe, erroneously, that I signed an agreement which put me in debt to TinyBuild. That is not true. The final draft of the agreement did not involve a debt to TinyBuild. In my final email to TinyBuild, I stated that I had no grievances with them. In TinyBuild's final email to me, they wished me good luck with my project. We parted on amicable terms.
Is it me, or does he still sound salty?
I think he is very salty.
Aiden, would you like to chime in?
No.
Because it sounds like he's still upset that they wanted to mess with his baby and try to get it up and running.
My baby.
So it's no longer running off horseshoes, prayers, and wishes.
Like,
No.
I'm not gonna lie, at this point, and this is just my speculation, it seems more along the lines of him being upset that they were wanting to put it out there so that it could be out there instead of him getting money or potential updates and not putting the updates out there. Like the little carrot in front of the horse.
Oh, so like right now.
Carrot on a stick. Getting rid of the carrot on the stick for him.
So like right now, with other projects happening that aren't Yandere Dev,
Yep.
all I heard was I see a picture of him. How could this happen to me? I made my
mistakes.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yes, that is literally yes.
You put
Yandere Dev use the Patreon money to purchase a. I can't finish the sentence because it's just a blank.
a sex doll.
Yeah.
A body pillow.
Or what have you. Yeah.
In short, no, I didn't. In 2014, I was a freelance programmer doing short contract jobs for money. I started developing Yandere Simulator as a hobby. When Yandere Simulator started getting popular, people started begging me to give them a way to donate money to me. I was hesitant at first about this at first, but eventually I gave in and made a Patreon. God, that sounded a lot more extravagant than it intended. I am so sorry.
Probably to him, it was like, what's Ronnie's favorite meme? Oh yeah, we've got to have money.
I stated, if I can earn at least $1,000 per month on Patreon, I will make Yandere Sim my full-time job. I was able to reach that goal. However, $1,000 per month is a very small amount of money, less than minimum wage. It simply wasn't sustainable.
I live on $700 a month, dude.
Yeah, it's more than minimum wage.
Yeah, that's more than.
So
I'm gonna grab my water now.
Real quick. While you do that, I have to ask. How much time exactly is he putting into streaming?
At least 3 hours.
Oh, Ronnie and me were there for 4.
3, 4, like it fluctuates honestly.
And
There
how
was
many
one
days a
time
week?
there was like a 12-hour stream one time.
Also,
And how many days a week?
every
Day.
Also,
That's his full-time job. He's not working on Yandere Sim then.
Exactly.
also, my love of Galgun has kind of been hit.
Oh noes.
Hold on.
Ronnie, explain.
He was streaming that and looking at young lasses' behinds.
Yeah, and oh yeah, he would. If you guys like Metroid, and don't know, you guys might not like some parts of Metroid after I mention a part of his thing.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's every day, bro, with
What?
the Disney Channel
What?
Plus.
What?
5 mil on YouTube. It's been 6 months.
Oh god.
That's
Okay.
all competition.
Wait, what was that about Metroid?
That he thinks that Zero Suit Samus is his waifu.
Oh, okay.
And he goes to like such a degree to like describe his fantasies in detail on stream and stuff. So
It would
Or
make
you-
me it would most likely make me disgusted, but only thing that can make me hate Metroid is Nintendo itself,
Ronnie and
Yeah.
and
Ronnie
I
and me
don't
were-
see that happening anytime
Ronnie
soon.
and me were there.
Yeah, so
We-
you guys
we-
probably heard some of it.
Some of it, we were screaming, "Coach wants out!"
Yeah.
my least
There's that's only a small portion of it.
Like my least favorite Metroid game, it just disappointed me. I still love Metroid.
Yeah.
But you don't have a Metroid. You know what we should get you so you can be just like Yandere Dev, a Metroid. We should get you a Samus waifu body pillow.
A Zero Suit Samus one. It has to be Zero Suit Samus, guys. I don't want to say it, but it's like a simp thing to say, lol. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to harp on the guy. I've been trying not to. You can tell, Aiden.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm
just
surprised I'm not seeing any blood with how hard you're biting your tongue at times.
Yeah. Okay, so then it says, I kept my promise and turned Yandere Sim into my full-time job, but I made it clear that $1,000 per month did not qualify as living wage, and I hope to earn at least $3,500 per month. And only 2 months later, I reached that goal.
How's that go working for you now, buddy?
Not well.
Oh yeah. The reason why I said that is because his goal kind of went in flames when he started treating the people that were giving him a house, paying his lights, and buying him a computer. With the way he's been acting towards his own fans, his own lifeline. Just look up his Patreon. The numbers, God.
3.5K was my only goal, and I didn't need any more money than that. So once I started earning beyond 3,500 per month on my Patreon, I started putting the surplus money towards the Yandere Sim. I stated that this extremely clearly in the goals section of my Patreon page.
Okay, hold on. Where does a sex doll fall in the Yandere Sim?
I know.
You know,
That's the new. Didn't you know that's the new mode? All the models have been replaced with body pillows. that walk
No,
around.
not body pillows.
Oh,
$4,000 sex dolls.
oh.
Is there really that much of a difference?
You can one.
Like I said, is there much of a difference?
I logged all the money I earned and how it was spent in a series of transparency posts, which you can't really access.
Ass.
Womp womp.
Ass and titties.
In short, I capped my salary at $3,500. I only allowed a limited amount of money to go to myself, and have always put the rest of the money towards the Yandere Sim. If we divide my money into categories, it would look like this: money I saved up from before I started working on Yandere Sim, money I earned through Patreon as a payment for working on Yandere Sim, money that is reserved to be used exclusively on Yandere Sim. Whenever I make a personal purchase, it comes from my personal savings, not the Yandere Sim budget. That must be a very small budget.
But where'd you get that personal savings from if this is your job?
Exactly. Yandere Dev source code was leaked. In short, no, it wasn't. Yes, it was. You're a liar. I hate lying. Unless it's the second switch. Yeah. I've covered the second switch. It's plainly ridiculous. All right, so it says, for years, it has been possible to use free programs like BN Spy to look at a game's code. People have been using BN Spy to look at Yandere Simulator's code for years. Multiple times in the past, people have put the game's code on GitHub. This isn't a shocking development.
I'm back. What did I miss?
All right, so we're just starting on the source code. He's
Why is
saying
it-
it wasn't
what?
leaked, but it was.
Why does Aiden look like he just sucked on an egg?
He's dying. That's what's happening.
Well,
Um.
we already know he's dying. He's old.
Yeah, you know.
I mean,
Um.
he's dying even faster.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the term he's using in this paragraph up at the top not compiled but compressed
Yes. Yes, that is the accurate term.
and decompressed?
Mm-hmm.
That does not mean that it is not the actual code.
Yeah, Jar, you're not the only one thinking this is all fake. So
Like, it is just that boggles the mind saying that they're saying it's compiled and decompiled, therefore they aren't looking at the actual source code.
tragedy.
When all you're doing is compressing the code, making it to where the file size is smaller. That's all it does.
Like
Mhm.
this
It does not affect the code whatsoever. To where if it's decompressed and people look at the code, they're seeing it in full.
If I actually had a problem with people viewing the game's code, I would have used a process called obfuscation.
Obfuscation.
Obfuscation. Thank you. To hide the code so that nobody could ever decompress it. I didn't obfuscate the code because I have nothing to hide.
Why? Then why?
Some bullshit.
And then why? When the code got leaked, you had an aneurysm.
Yeah, he did have an aneurysm.
It was awesome. You remember those old React videos from 2011?
Yes.
People would start screaming
Yep.
and look like they were constipated.
Yes.
The greatest freak out ever. Remote shows up ass.
Yes.
Yes, that's how he looked on stream, screaming.
Yeah. It that's true. That be true.
Okay.
To prevent people from modding the game.
Hold on.
the-
Aiden has something to say.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Sorry, it involves the paragraph after this one. So I'll hold off.
Okay.
To prevent people from modding the game to gain full access to all upcoming Asana content, there are plenty of scripts and functions that are not included in the builds that I release to the public. So, not only are people viewing decompressed code, they're also completely unaware of how much code is not even included in the public builds of the game.
Yo, so when me and my girl finally have a child, our child will be finishing fucking grade school before a son is ever built. 6 years, Aiden. 6 years. And you know why Osana can't be put in there?
Oh,
Because of the spaghetti code.
agreed.
Mind if
Yep.
I ask why you keep calling it spaghetti code?
Because it's not airtight coding.
It's just vomit coding.
The reason why it's called spaghetti coding is because when you use else if instead of switches, it trails off. And that's why it uses so much computing power, as I stated before. So it's spaghetti code. Also, that's what you call bad coding.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not like someone could just drag and drop the scripts into Unity and instantly begin making a Yandere simulator code. Having a bunch of decompressed scripts means nothing. Without the scenes, assets, prefabs, references, plugins, etc., you can't actually do anything significant.
Okay, so with
Oh, here
that
we go.
point that he just put, that we just went through right there, how does that completely negates, and I mean completely negates, what he said about people ripping off his code?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I wouldn't want to put this code in the Unity thing on my computer because my computer would catch fucking fire.
Mine would probably explode.
Maggie, is that why your previous computer caught fire?
I actually was playing Yandere Dev.
You mean simulator?
Yandere simulator, yes.
No,
Yes.
you're playing as the developer because that's who he sees himself as.
Oh my god.
A 16-year-old high school student that loves a guy too much and wants to murder?
Bingo.
Isn't that just a big ass cry?
If I tried to play Yandere
Yes!
Simulator on my computer, we would have an explosion bigger than the one seen on Power Rangers.
I have skinny code until I realized I could repurpose a code and make a program. I had to run it literally 10 times better.
Yes.
No, I'm not saying that. It's just in many of his statements that he's put out and I've researched, he doesn't draw a line between him and the persona.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said that. I'm not making any allegations that he's gay. I'm just saying that he doesn't draw a line, and we're not going to make those allegations because we don't know his orientation, and that would be rude.
True.
And also, I think a crime now.
Yes, we're not. But I'm just saying, when the way he writes his statements, he keeps forgetting to separate the id and the persona.
By the
And
way,
id is smoking a cigarette. My
By
brother.
the way, the current state of the game's code doesn't represent what the final code would look like, so it's kind of pointless to judge the current code at this point in time. The code is constantly changing on a daily basis as I make frequent optimizations and improvements. Yandere Dev's code was leaked. He's finished is a fun and entertaining narrative. People have been putting decompressed scripts onto the internet for years. This is not a big deal. It's a boring narrative. People will always choose the more exciting narrative, even when it's completely false.
Well, he just basically said that what he stated earlier in this entire section right here is a boring narrative.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is what he spends most of his time on. That and the prawns.
Oh, this one's going to talk about Corona-chan, guys.
Oh, God, I forgot about Corona. Okay.
Everybody get in.
Missile incoming.
Everybody getting in for the Corona-chan.
I forgot about Corona-chan.
Yandere Dev put a racist Easter egg into Yandere Simulator.
Jar, bro, stop.
In short, no, that's ridiculous. On the internet, everything gets drawn as an anime girl. The planet Earth has been drawn as an anime girl. Dish soap has been drawn as an anime girl. The Ebola virus has been drawn as an anime girl. Yeah, Ebola-chan exists.
Bullet Chan.
Mm-hmm.
But people stand by what they do.
Yeah. No
Hey, I
matter
mean,
what, the
Clorox-chan
ultimate fate of
exists.
anything is to be drawn as an anime girl. Predictably, the COVID-19 virus has also been drawn as an anime girl, just like everything else. She is named Corona-chan. Because the virus was first identified in China, Corona-chan is depicted wearing a traditional Chinese dress called a
Cheongsam. I think is how
cheongsam,
it's pronounced.
also known as a kipo. Correct me if I'm wrong on
I
pronunciation,
think you
because
pronounced that correctly. Not entirely sure.
I don't know for sure either. There is a massive difference between a racist caricature designed to ridicule and degrade Chinese people and a cute anime girl designed to personify a virus.
not
Equating
wrong on
these
that.
two things with one another is completely stupid. Additionally, Corona-chan is often depicted as cute or sexy. It should be obvious that she is in not any way meant to ridicule or degrade an ethnic group.
Now, real quick, while he's not wrong on that, that exact argument has been used in the past when it came to various groups wanting certain mascots to be taken out of or changed when it comes to like college sports
Yep.
Remember Sexy
or lower.
Chica?
And that argument did not hold. That argument
No, it
held
didn't.
no water
No,
whatsoever.
we're not saying that he's racist.
No.
Also, who remembers Sexy Chica?
Shush.
Before Scott Kaufman changed the model?
Wasn't she in one of the games for a little bit?
It
Two.
was Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Before the
That It was the purpose of that character, just to appeal the fans.
Saying that Corona-chan is insulting to Chinese people because she is wearing a Chinese dress is just as stupid as saying Corona-chan is insulting to beer because she is often depicted holding a bottle of Corona extra beer.
Corona time.
I mean, people are trying to get rid of
What you said.
a lot of like the Chinese like the Chinese zodiac
Mhm.
skins for Overwatch characters.
Yep.
Also, she's 17.
Hmm.
Age of
No,
17.
she's actually 19.
Age of 17 was born
uh,
in a strange machine.
Let's see. I put the Corona-chan Easter egg into Yandere Simulator because I love her design, not because I think it's funny to ridicule Chinese people. If anything, it's an indication that I think Chinese dresses look amazing. What's next? Will I be accused of being racist if I play chess and use the white pieces? The Yandere Dev put a racist Easter egg in Yandere Simulator controversy proves that the anti-Yandere Dev crowd chooses extremely trivial and petty matters to ridicule me for.
That's it, guys. In the stream, we're done. The internet's anti Yandere Chan because it was the internet that got pissed off, not his own fans. I'm serious.
Oh.
Yeah. He only removed it because of backlash. Because people were like, "No, we should not play this game."
Damn.
It's happened with Overwatch. Remember the OK symbol?
Yep.
Don't mention my favorite symbol now. That's gone.
Yep.
It gets this. I remember this one. This next one, if you remember from a couple years back. Yandere Dev told someone to off themselves live on stream.
You did.
He says, in short, this did actually happen, but there is context you are probably unaware of.
I asked you a question about the game and you flipped out.
Yeah. First, it's extremely important to acknowledge that there is a massive difference between sincerely telling someone to off them to commit the act and simply saying a rude phrase in a moment of brief anger. Those two things are not even remotely comparable.
No, they are distinctly comparable.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Very much so. I mean, I've heard other people yell some horribly insensitive stuff that I'm not going to say here. So, and that's in Discord calls.
It's happened more than once, but there is no evidence of the other times. He didn't have enough eyes on him.
In order to understand what happened, you need to remember what I stated at the top of this page. A group of people spent more than a year harassing me on a daily basis. You really need to keep this in mind. It's extremely important. Being subjected to that much abuse had an extremely negative impact on my mental health.
I took him away from his waifu, Samus.
Yes. One time, when I was streaming a video game, someone came into my stream and started harassing me. I figured that it was one of the trolls who had been tormenting me for more than a year. After more than a year of daily harassment, I was fed up with being abused and mistreated. In a spontaneous moment of anger, I said KYS to the troll.
That's a bro moment.
Brohood moment there.
I've only said KYS once in my entire life. I am not the sort of guy who normally says this sort of thing. However, if you torment, abuse, and mistreat someone for long enough, you will eventually break that person and cause them to say things that they normally wouldn't say.
All he said was your game sucks.
I later learned that this person I said KYS to was actually a fan of Yandere Simulator who was inadvertently being annoying and obnoxious.
To get your attention.
I had accidentally mistaken them for one of the trolls who had been harassing me.
You only read donations.
I actually said KYS to an innocent person, and I feel bad about that.
Bullshit.
Because he felt bad. His wallet did. They pulled their funding.
If that person had ever contacted me, I would apologize to them. However, the fact remains that the situation never would have occurred if I had been harassed for over a year. You're deflecting the blame.
Never meet your hero, kids. That's the moral of the story.
Wait, I'm meeting some of them right now.
Fuck.
I'm no hero.
Neither
I'm
am
a
I.
disappointment.
No.
Are we both? We're all soldiers now.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Okay, you want a medal?
I love the smell of it.
Yandere Dev bans people and blocks people when they post an image he's insecure about.
Ronnie's image. Everyone look at the story that is Ronnie.
What?
Yes.
What? What's going on? Oh, my image.
Yes, this image right here,
The chalice.
the chalice. Now let's go into this really really fast.
Do
Oh.
it.
Okay, so go for it, Ronnie.
Do it.
I think it was him rejoicing of the fact that Yandere Simulator was starting to get some up and ups, and instead of alcohol, because at the time he wasn't of age, he had milk.
And he also toasted another game developer.
Yeah, he toasted another game developer, and when he toasted, it created the famous meme. Am I allowed to say it?
Chalice.
Go ahead.
The cum chalice.
This
Yeah.
also, yes. Yes.
It is one of the best.
And because he allowed himself to be criticized by this meme, it has become bigger. And now it's the best way to get banned on a server.
Oh,
Currently, the world speedrunning record for getting banned from a server is 0 seconds.
Yep.
Someone's name was the Cum Chalice.
Oh wow.
And the moment they joined, they were banned instantly.
Not instantly. It was just
I mean,
one
done.
second. Yeah.
Consume.
Consume.
The chalice.
All right, you can go back to screen sharing, Minnie.
Got it. All right. In short, people get banned and blocked, but not for the reason you think. First, it's important to mention that it's exceptionally rare for me to personally ban anyone. I'm
Yeah,
too busy working
let
on
Let me chime in. Yeah, because you got your goons doing it.
Yeah,
Goons in the have shovel goon power.
I'm too busy working on the game to spend my time doing that.
You're too
If
busy
someone
staring
gets
at anime
banned from
series.
my subreddit or my Discord server, the ban came from a moderator or a bot. Second, people don't get banned for what they are posting. They get banned for why they are posting it.
You ban someone over a name.
If someone is being a dick towards you, the mature and intelligent thing to do is block them and move on with your day. This is
That's-
common sense on the internet.
That's immature. You're supposed to see what the hell their problem is, and if something can't be resolved, then you do it.
Yeah. Likewise, if someone shows up to a Discord server and immediately announces that the purpose of their visit is to be a dick, they're obviously going to get banned right away. This shouldn't be shocking. If you walk into a bank and immediately announce that your intention is to rob it, you'll be tackled to the ground by security guards pretty fast.
But your Discord isn't security guard. There are a bunch of underage fans.
Again, it's important to keep in mind that nobody gets banned for what they post, only for why they post it. I'll provide you with a metaphor.
Oh, here we go. One of his famous metaphors.
Imagine that someone thinks you hate kittens. They want to harass you, so they spam you with pictures of kittens. The pictures don't bother you, but you still understand that this person's objective is to offend you. Even if they are failing miserably, they are still clearly communicating that their intention is to harass you. They are revealing themselves to be the type of person who enjoys abusing other people, even if they aren't actually succeeding. Blocking them is still the only sensible choice, because there is no reason to interact with a person like that.
I've never heard more bullshit in my life.
Does that mean he likes?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but I was getting some Veronesian vibes off of that.
Same here.
Yeah. Ronnie, what were you saying?
Does that mean he likes cum? Because the whole point of the meme is making fun of him because, haha, funny cum.
No, that's not the only thing.
The spaghetti code. He likes the spaghetti code then?
I think I think it's mostly because he's insecure about himself.
I'm
Yeah.
so, but except Maymay's.
Yeah, like, did you eat my meat?
If you enter
Or
any
another
community,
classic one from our stupidity, Ronnie. Are you ready to say Jesus?
That's my favorite one.
Dude actually can't code.
if you enter any community on the internet and immediately start spamming stupid images, you're pretty much guaranteed to get banned almost immediately. It's been that way on the internet for decades. My subreddit / Discord server are not special exceptions.
Not wrong there.
Okay, I can't fight that one. I was just going to say, get the 16-year-olds. We must defend our Reddits.
Damn it, I'm 19. I was gonna volunteer myself, but
I don't have a Reddit.
thanks, guys. I don't either. Don't worry. Yandere Dev attacked the developer of Way to the Woods. In short, no, I didn't. In short, you probably did.
In short, you actually did.
Oh no.
Oh,
Many people have difficulty pronouncing the word yandere. The most common mispronunciation is yondir, leading to many to refer to Yandere Sim as Yondir Simulator.
Okay, not everyone's a massive weeb.
I know.
And you're not Asian, so you shouldn't take offense to that.
Exactly.
I mean, correcting one on how to pronounce it is one thing, but getting offended when someone's not pronouncing it right?
Dude!
Bro.
During an E3 2019, a trailer was shown for a beautiful game called Way to the Woods about a deer and a fawn. Seeing a game about a playable deer made me think of the words deer simulator, which reminded me of the countless times I've heard Yandere Sim called Yondir Sim.
But Deer Simulator was a good game. Also, Diamond Ace says, except when Comes Sipper starts defending his statement on how the age of consent should be abolished and is when banning speedruns become unique. He'll be back. Hold on. Oh, you just missed what Diamond stated.
Oh, I heard it.
Okay. Yeah.
I decided to tweet a screenshot of Way to the Woods with the caption Deer Simulator in the Yandere Sim font, knowing that long-term Yandere Sim fans would get the joke. A lot of people responded positively to the tweet, but unfortunately there were also people who mistakenly believed that my tweet was an attempt to throw shade at the developer of the game.
Because it was.
This was completely baffling to me, since there was absolutely nothing ill-natured about my tweet. It was a pun, an especially silly pun, on par with a dad joke. I know firsthand how difficulty and time-consuming it is to make a video game. I would never hop on Twitter purely to fire attacks at other developers. It doesn't make any sense at all to assume that my tweet was malicious.
But you do. You have two modes. You have two modes. Look at anime titties and piss people off.
Yep.
You don't have a medium.
There is no such thing as a middle ground. This is actually pretty ridiculous, and one of the best examples of how the anti-Yandere Dev crowd will freak out at absolutely anything I say or do or say, no matter how harmless it is.
Can I just say something?
Depending on the group, you're not wrong, but most of the time,
An anti-Yandere Dev group doesn't come around out of nowhere. You have to create your own anti-group through your own actions. And then it is your responsibility to deal with it as such. Not say, oh, they're just haters. Because that's not an argument. That's a deflection. Am I wrong?
Yandere Dev refuses to accept programming assistance.
Excuse me.
Jeez. In short, that's not true at all. Over the course of Yandere Simulator's development, I have accepted assistance numerous times, and it's very common for me to mention it on my blog when another programmer has assisted me in a significant way. In some cases, volunteer programmers aren't mentioned because they specifically request anonymity.
Or are no longer associated with you.
I have always welcomed and will always welcome suggestions from fellow programmers. Most of Yandere Simulator's biggest breakthroughs were only possible through the assistance of other programmers. I am absolutely delighted and bursting with gratitude when a fellow programmer is able to help me solve a problem that I've been struggling with.
What about Tinyville? They wanted to help you and you burned that bridge.
Yeah. Currently, I am not willing to share Yandere Simulator's project file / source code with anyone, and I am not currently seeking a programmer to work on the game alongside me for reasons described in a blog post. However, I am always delighted to hear suggestions or words of wisdom from other programmers.
I smell some bullshit.
Same,
Like,
and it ain't for me.
Go ahead, Aiden.
I'd need to see the topic again.
There you go, buddy.
Like in regards to what I stated, in regards, like concerning this topic, you know, the whole except when they are no longer associated with you or you no longer associate with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a standard practice. I mean, look at what happened with Kojima when he left Konami. They struck his name from the Metal Gear series.
Yep.
And then they created Metal Gear Survive. I defended that game, Aiden, but I finally beat it.
Oh, you finally managed to make it to where you kept your saves?
Ooh.
I hate it. I hated it. No, I started putting my saves on this fucking flash drive I have because it
God
wouldn't
damn.
save on my Xbox.
Tragedy.
No, the game was shit.
Another tragedy.
I've never played a Metal Gear game, but I'm never gonna let that ruin my Metal Gear once.
Let's see. Yandere Dev lies about his frame rate.
Hold on. Diamond Ace just said, long story short, if you need a long-ass page dedicated to debunking shit from your haters and former fans, you're automatically egotistical and fucking delusional. Also sub. Thank you very much. I don't do
Thank you.
I don't
It
do
would
video-
have been even funnier if you had put short instead of long story short.
Yeah, but
I mean, it,
But still, it's great.
this isn't my normal type of video. I don't do this a lot. I did used to do this a lot, but I didn't feel like this was me. But in the end, I just want to do what I'm passionate about, and I would like to see Yandere Dev get his shit together. I really would.
all of us would.
Because the game looks fun.
I would like to play it and not fear if my computer's going to light on fire. I've lost one to him. Ain't losing another.
Nobody is.
That's a
Should
lie.
we continue? Because we aren't even halfway through this whole fucking blog.
I do video. Let's go ahead and just like the blog.
Okay.
All right.
All we're gonna hear is blah blah blah. I'm God. You're shit.
So, fuck, I had a question and I don't remember what it was. Sorry.
See now.
Huh?
I had a question, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
All right.
Jar, what I do is let's plays, which I'm just now gonna start getting back to streams and stuff like that. When it comes to, I'm passionate about gaming. When it comes to stuff like this, I'm passionate about it to an extent because a certain topic has to grab my fancy, if that makes any sense. And when it comes to, okay, go ahead.
Sorry. No. You finished. I didn't mean to interrupt.
And when it comes to certain things, it's just like this. I would love to see the game actually get done. I would love to see the developer change his ways. I would love to see him stop being a pretentious cock on the internet.
Oh, wouldn't we all?
But I live in absolutes. and he's not going to learn his lesson until either A, the game is finished, or B, he has nothing.
But oh my goodness, like one of the things, like earlier, you stated that he gets upset whenever people would use exploits at certain points when
Yes.
playing the game. It's called debugging. Try and recreate it, see how it's done, and try and find find where it is in the code that the problem comes from, that the exploit comes from, and try and find a workaround.
But that takes away from extreme.
Granted, it can and most likely will cause more bugs to pop up, but still, that is how you deal with it instead of getting upset that somebody used an exploit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, but instead of that, he makes it where you can't do it. And he always boasts that this game is how you can play it. You can play it any way you want. Until you do, and then he edits it out completely. He's notorious for doing this.
That's understandable, Jar.
It's all good, Jar. I don't stream from my computer. I stream from my PlayStation.
Epic.
But
If
and
you
I
ever
do stream
do,
from my PlayStation.
let us know.
Yeah, if you want, you guys can follow me on Twitter to keep up with me. I also have a Twitch. You can donate if you want. You don't have to. I don't care. I play games for playing games because it's something I'm passionate about. And my Twitter name is @MagicCargoSP, and for Twitch, it's MagicCargoSplash. Hitman, but you can only use guns at certain times. Oh my god, that argument was so stupid that he brought up. He went on a rant about how Hitman's not fun. It's too hard. Doing certain things is too hard and not fun.
Oh, yikes.
He just wanted things to be easy.
Imagine
Was he able to
believing
make
that
it
all
past the
this is
tutorial in
easy.
Cuphead?
He did do a game of Cuphead, and it ended up becoming one of my favorite songs, where he smashes on his computer and then just yells "fuck." It's now become my favorite song because of the bass. Epic bass.
Yes, he threw a fit like a 4-year-old.
Yes. And that's how it became one of my favorite songs. I'll have to give it to you sometime.
Like, seriously though. Yeah, it's like I got another topic I'm working on soon. It's gonna be a review to another content creator about a game series I'm passionate about, Crash Bandicoot.
Ooh.
But I don't want to talk about it until it's out. I'm gonna start working on it immediately. I'm busy constantly now. Because following my passion is something I've been lacking for a while now, but now I feel like I can do it.
That's good news.
But when it comes to Yandere Dev, I understand where the passion for this game comes from. Any game dev. I wanted to make a game. The passion has to be there, and you have to kind of say no to the voice to everyone that's saying that you can't do this or you're not going to do this. You can't just accept the world as everyone's going to like me because I did this. It's not how it works.
Not even close.
I think we've gone off long enough on this topic. There are some things I would like to talk about, like what Diamond said. Yes, he would like to disparage the age of consent because he does not like that it's legal in Japan. You know where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
He hates that it's not like that in America. I mean, he can't defute that when it's true. there's proof everywhere about that. If we were to keep on that blog, we would have found it too.
Mm-hmm.
Where he goes on a rant about it.
Oh, sorry about that.
No.
His voice is more monogamous than mine.
It's just, what are you gonna do? Some people just refuse to learn. Some people refuse to take accountability for their actions, and unfortunately, Yandere Dev is one of those type of people,
Tragedy.
casting blame upon others. And at the end of the day, the way he acts shouldn't be tolerated, and
Not at all.
and the way he treats and attacks others is wrong.
Especially to the game sleuth.
Especially not just Game Sleuth, the other game
Everyone.
developers. Exactly.
Other people.
Mm-hmm.
In short, if you don't see this video up on my channel, I was DMCA'd to hell because of him. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Maggie.
Please subscribe to Maggie.
Get me out of the basement. Coach
No.
wants out.
No, Coach stays in.
Coach wants out.
We got another video to work on. Coach needs in. That's sane. And that's Mage. Anyways,
Thank
guys,
you.
if you're new here, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'm out of here. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Hi, everyone.